This is a rematch of last year's Bracket Buster game and the 7th meeting overall between Bradley and Western Kentucky. The Braves have won the first 5 and then lost that game in Bowling Green 75-60. That was the game that Patrick O'Brien and Lawrence Wright were late to the bus and bench did not play the entire game. Lucky are these Hilltoppers against a team that plays on the hilltop above us on Main Street. They are 0 for 2 in having to meet Patrick O'Brien. He didn't play last year, and he won't play tonight, Coach Stoll. You just have to play the group that's on the floor that you have at your disposal at the time.
No, that's true, Dave. And Patrick's going to be playing for long. They got the kid that can jump like the very devil, as you remember from last year. This Wilborn kid, L. Grace Wilborn. He's a shot blocker. He's a quick second jumper. Reminds me a little bit of Tim Robinson in that effect. He'll go up, and down, and right back up quick. If they've got an Achilles heel, certainly as a team free throw, and they're 61%, and generally 4 of their starters are shooting about 50 or lower. So that certainly could be a weakness, could be a factor if it's a close ball game.
As Vito Corleone would say in The Godfather, I knew this would not escape your attention. I know how you think, Coach, and I saw that 61%. It just jumped out at me, too.
And when you got one of their best players shooting 86%, Dave, that means the rest of them are even shooting that much worse.
Yeah. This is the first meeting at Carver Arena. Bradley was 2-0 against the Hilltoppers at the Peoria Armory. They beat them once at the Field House. This is a team, the first time we met them was in the NIT back around the time you played, Coach Stoll, so it's gone a ways back. And this is a logical game to play. There was talk at one time about Western Kentucky joining the Missouri Valley Conference.
They've got a nice place to play down there, Dave, and they got tradition to be a good team to have in the league. You're right.
Bradley's 46-10 against the Sun Belt. They've won the most games against North Texas, and you were responsible for many of those, where they were in the Missouri Valley Conference 30, as they used to be in the Missouri Valley along with New Mexico State.
Well, but they were in there, I think, along with Cincinnati and Louisville, and they were having to bat their heads against the wall quite a little bit.
Yeah, they were the doormat. 24th season at Carver Arena. Bradley is 246-81. They're 105-27 in non-conference games, and they won 14 in a row out of the Valley here. The last non-conference loss was to that Central Michigan team. Bradley's RPI 85, thanks to DePaul's win last night at Wake Forest. The Valley is 4th in RPI. And in the last 28 non-conference games, the Braves are 20-8. And they've done very well.
RPI, Dave, if they got us rated 85 or whatever, and you look at Missouri State, if they're rated 6, and Indiana State is 8, there's some things to question there.
Indeed, but that's of today. Darren Horn in his 3rd season, 42-24. Paul Sanderford, Jeff Strom, and Cephas Bunton, the assistant coaches. They were 22-9 last year, 9-5 second in the Sun Belt in the Eastern Division. And now on WMBD Peoria, Illinois, it's 7 o'clock. The Bradley Basketball Band, directed by Dave Roman, Dr. Dave Roman, and to honor America, ladies and gentlemen, from Carver Arena before Bradley and Western Kentucky, our national anthem. Decent crowd tonight, not great, not indicative of the game that is probably going to be played here tonight, which will be very entertaining. The officials for tonight's game, it's the Valley Crew.
Who don't you like tonight, Dave?
These guys are all right.
They asked you after the game.
Yeah. The referee is Steve Olson. The umpires are Tom O'Neill and Jerry Pollard. Keys to the game tonight. offensively. Marcellus Somerville against their very best player, Anthony Winchester, scoring. +8 at the line and 20 points combined offensively from Daniel Ruffin and Tony Bennett. Defensively, Lee and Winchester less than 36. Wilborn, Callier, and Rogers under 20 points combined. There's a change in their starting lineup. And under 42% from the field. Magic number tonight, Coach, first team, too. It's going to be a high number.
Yeah, it should be. I'm thinking about 79, Dave.
I got 72, so I'm a little lower, but it's going to be a high-scoring game. The Heritage Bank starting lineups for both teams. Courtney Lee comes out. He is a 6'5 sophomore from Indianapolis Pike. That's Billy Wright's school. We talked to Bill at Butler. He averages 19 points and 4.9 rebounds. 27 steals, had 31 at UAB in their big win. Other guard will be Orlando Mendez-Valdez. Sounds like a gunslinger from the Old West. 6 foot, 180, freshman from San Antonio. He is from the Old West, the Alamo. 3 points a game. Man in the middle is L. Grace Wilborn, plays 27 minutes a game. Had 20 against New Orleans. He's 6'8", 245, from Springfield, Ohio, a senior, and he has blocked 19 shots, and he can really go to the board.
He'd have a hard time guarding Patrick O'Brien. I think that'd be a problem for you, Dave. He's a good rebounder, but he'd have a hard time blocking Patrick's shot.
And their leading scorer is Anthony Winchester, 22.3 for the 6'4", 205 senior from Austin, Kentucky. He had 40 for a career high against Louisiana Lafayette. He's 50% from the field, 46 from 3. He's only 18 of 30 from the free throw line, surprisingly.
That is surprising.
He is an outstanding player and will be one of the best shooters along in the same range as a Ben Jacobson and some of the better shooters in the Missouri Valley Conference, although I think this guy's got a little bit more of a swing, a small forward type of his game, as opposed to Jacobson, who's a pure 2 guard in a guard position.
Good analogy.
For Bradley in the Heritage Bank starting lineup, Daniel Ruffin, 5'10", 165, sophomore from Peoria High, will join Tony Bennett. Tony is a senior out of Chicago Westinghouse and Pratt, Kansas Community College. Ruff, 7.4. His assist to turnover is 23 up and 16 down. Bennett coming off a sub-performance for Tony, 12.8 points and 5.2 rebounds. He plays 29 minutes a game. The man in the middle will be Zach Andrews, 6'8", 251, the junior from Sacramento, 7.67 rebounds a game, had a career high 11 points, 11 rebounds at Butler, plays 22 minutes a game. Lawrence Wright, 6'4", 200-pound senior from Wheatland, California, the jumping jack, 12 points, 5 boards per game, and that outstanding performance against Wichita State of 26 last year, his career high. 32 minutes for the co-captain, 15, Marcellus Somerville, 6'7", 225. Senior from Peoria High, 16.4 and 7 boards per game. Jim Les, the head coach, 43 and 50 in his 4th year, with the assistant coaches Chuck Fisher, Eric Fisher, Lennox Forrester, and Kyle Vogt. The trainer is Eric Redmond. The strength coach is Ronnie Wright. The managers are Joe Fulton, Pat Forrester, Steve Jackson, Mike Peplow, and Gabe Seacrest. And the basketball secretary that keeps it all together is Linda Rose.
Need to keep Marcellus out of foul trouble tonight. That should be a key as well, Dave.
Don't you look out there and you think you've got the ISU Redbird uniforms with Western Kentucky, don't you?
I come in tonight, Dave, and I'm looking down there and I say, well, gosh, did we get a couple new players? Because the uniforms are very similar.
Their uniforms are just like Illinois State. The red trimmed in white. Bradley and the white trimmed in red. As we watch it, if you're watching on the internet on BUBraves.com, we're glad that you're listening to us wherever you are around the world. I think Brian Lavin's dad is back in Tokyo. It is, I think, after 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, but I haven't got it all figured out. But he's up listening to the game. The Braves in the first half, as we call the action, will move from left to right. This is the last game Bradley will play without Will Franklin. He will be back on Saturday against Delaware State for a 7:05 tip-off. Bradley and Western Kentucky. This should be an outstanding basketball game. And we'll see if they get off to the quick start with Zach Andrews. Remember, he got the slam dunk coach at Butler about 6 seconds in.
They're giving us a free tip back. We didn't get the tip. We got the ball.
Got the ball, and Lawrence Wright has it. Bradley with the first offensive sequence.
Gets a man-to-man.
Gets a man-to-man. And the pass is to the high post, and a back cut to the basket. Tony Bennett scores on a pass from Andrews at the high post.
Well, you overplayed just like they did, Dave, and we took advantage of it. Good pass, good shot.
Bennett got the first goal down. Mendez all the way to the basket, layup ties the game as he beat Ruffin from the wing on the left all the way down, and it's tied at 2. 30 seconds into the game. Mendez Valdez with the score. Somerville with it, free throw line extended, get a ball screen. Pull up jumper from 18, that's good. The meter's running, coach. Mendez Valdez spins across the timeline and gives it to Boris Sakim, who's making the start. And has the ball knocked away by Bennett. Get it back. Sakim to the baseline, cut off by Somerville. The ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touched, I think, by Zach Andrews. With a shot clock reading 19 and 19:07 to play. Here in the first half, it'll be inbounded left. Boris Sakim is a starter. He is 6'7", 210 from Daloka, Cameroon. On the inbounds, it's covered up nicely. And finally, for the first time, Winchester with Bennett on him. Goes to the right of the L on the right. Kicks it off Courtney Lee all the way down. Has it knocked in and out of his hands. Winchester layup missed. And the rebound this time taken down by Andrews. Gives to Ruff. Raises a 4-2 lead. 1 minute and 6 seconds in. Stutter step dribble. Daniel all the way down. Laid up. Get it. And he beat the point guard that time.
Sure did. Nobody stood in front of him.
And a violation and a step in by Boris Sakim. And turns it over, the first of the game. And Bradley the 6-2 lead and 3-3 from the field. It's easy to do when you get open shots. And they got the layup. They got the jump shot down by Somerville. Here's Ruffin. Inbounds, looks left, and then comes way out in front between the rings to Somerville. New shot clock. Here's Ruff, a step, a post pass. Lawrence Wright backs in, turns, hooks, blocked by Wilburn, out of bounds.
That's not a surprise that Wilburn can get up, Dave.
His 20th block of the year.
But here again, Dave, he blocked it out of bounds. As Patrick O'Brien generally keeps in the play. You don't want to block a ball out of bounds like he did.
Patrick starts layups that way. Inbound sideline right. Ruffin has it from Zach Andrews. Here's Somerville, 3-ball right. Tough shot, in and out. Rebound taken down, Tony Bennett. Baseline jumper right, missed. Rebound off a hand, picked up by Zach Andrews on the offensive board. Somerville, stutter step dribble, and he's blocked. Out of bounds. Reload the shot clock from 35. Offensive rebounds for the Braves.
3 offensive rebounds. Good job by Somerville that time. You know, he doesn't go to his left as well as he does right. Took the baseline and had to foul him.
First foul of the game belongs to 21. Boris Sakim, inbound left. And now it's Andrews, has a man and a tough pass. Tony Bennett layup missed. Rebound is taken down Boogie, and he's pushed from behind. Tony missed a point-blank layup off the inbounds, but Lawrence Wright came from the weak side. And Sakim has got a seat on the bench coming very quickly here, Coach, as
he hasn't been
fouls.
A starter most of the time, Dave. He played 19 minutes the last game, had 4 offensive, 4 defensive rebounds. He had 8 rebounds, so he's tough on the boards.
Mike Walker comes in for him, 6'7", 205. Freshman from Macon, Georgia. This is inbound left. Bradley with a 6-2 lead at 18-16. Somerville with it, curling in the lane, and doesn't get it is Boogie, and there's Grace Wilburn knocking it out of bounds again, his second block of the game.
Second block today, but we get the ball back, so.
Thank you very much.
Oh, boy. Any players out there that can block a shot, block it, you know, with your hands straight up there and keep it in play.
Keep it in play. He just swatted it out of bounds. Here's Bennett with it. He's on the left wing. Boogie calls for it and gets it. Lawrence Wright gives to Ruffin. The Braves will run the offense. Running off a curl. Not getting was Somerville. Pull-up jumper, but it's good by Ruffin. Just inside from the wing on the right. He's got 4, and Bradley's lead is 6, 8-2. They double Mendez Valdez, and now passes to Wilburn. Here's Courtney Lee, drives the baseline. 3 collapse on him. He missed the shot, but fouled. He's got a great first step to the basket, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you, Dave, that's the second time that Lawrence Wright got beat already on defense. He got beat both times badly.
First foul of the game goes to 21, and that is Zach Andrews, who covers up.
Well, that's the problem. You know, both he and Somerville do a good job of covering up, but you give yourself in foul trouble doing that.
86%, 36 of 42. Free throw is up and good.
He's their one good free thrower.
Yeah, because Winchester's 60, and the rest of them, you could build a house. Masonry plays here. Courtney Lee, he wears number 32, and his free throw is good, and that makes it an 8-4 score. Bradley 8, Western Kentucky 4, 17-43 here in the first half. Ruffin off to a good start here tonight. Gets a look to get a ball screen. Instead, it's Lawrence Wright between the rings. Somerville way up. Lob Zach Andrews. Gets underneath. Inside out, threw it away. And a first turnover. And Mendez Valdez takes a look. Has it knocked away by Bennett. Tony going for the steal. Looks like the one dog on the break. Bounce pass. Inside out. Ruffin. 3-ball looks good. Missed it. Rebound on the board. Zach put back is up and good. His first deuce. His fourth rebound. And it's 10-4, a 6-point Bradley lead. Going to the boards.
He fights you on defense, Dave, and real good job on the board.
Courtney Lee and guarded by Lawrence Wright bring it up front. 16:56 to play first half. 10-4 Bradley's lead. Mendez Valdez gives to Winchester. He is a shooter. Hand off to Lee. Stutter strip beats a half a step and a drive down pass. Walker's layup is in and out. Rebound is taken down. Winchester put back good with the right hand on the right side. 10-6. Winchester gets his first goal. Somerville quickly at the other end. Looks and gives to Andrews. Now on the right is Bennett. Tony get a ball screen on a switch. Wilburn's on him. Pull up jumper Tony. That misses. Rebound is taken down by Lawrence Wright. Up, down, flip it in. Going to the boards.
Offensive board.
8-2 on the boards, and the Braves have them doubled at 12-6 as we come to our first time out here in a minute. Mendez Valdez look for a back cut. Courtney Lee. That was covered up by Lawrence Wright. Lee brings it up top, go between the legs, takes it to the free throw line all the way down, drop down pass Wilburn, flipped up the layup, miss, rebound Somerville, takes it out, Ruffin, kicks it out, Bennett, Tony on the glide on the move, he's blocked at 16:01, team foul number 3 on the Hilltoppers. Braves are off to a very quick start and running the offense pretty well.
And hitting the boards very well, Dave.
Mendez Valdez picks up his first. Substitutions coming in. Dan Emerson will come in. And Ty Rogers, a sophomore from Eddyville, Kentucky, averaging 6. He had started most of their games. Wears number 5 and 33. Emerson plays 11 minutes, averaged 2.7. He's a 6'7 freshman. And Tony Bennett will go to the free throw line. Tony is 8 of 11, 73%, and has a deuce. Scored the first 2 of the game. Free throw is up and missed.
Guys, Tony hasn't shot more free throws than that, as accurate as he is.
Rogers in, Emerson in, one more for Bennett, who was hard on the first free throw. First trip to the free throw line for the Braves tonight. They were 2 of 2, Western Kentucky was. One more for Bennett. Bradley 12, Western Kentucky 6, 16:01. The next time out after the inbound will be an official time. One more for Tony Bennett. That's up and that's good. 13-6, Tony has 3, and here comes pressure as Lee gets the inbounds pass. Lawrence Wright and Bennett double, whips the pass, and gives to Rogers across the timeline, Winchester. Now he looks to drive, drop down pass inside, a charge, taken on the weak side, help by Ruffin, and an offensive foul, their 4th team foul.
Good play by Daniel.
And we have an official time, 15:51 to play first half. Bradley with the lead, with the ball, 13-6 over Western Kentucky. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Hey, Courtney, how's the mix? I got a pair of bad headphones. Thanks.
You might tell Jimmy to watch the first 4 minutes of Lawrence Wright. He played the worst defense I've seen him play all year by far. Beat 3 or maybe 4 times. You might tell Jimmy that. He's gonna sit when Patrick comes back anyhow, I think, with Zach there.
Jeremy. Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. We got a new sponsor and a place that Watson and I hit, and our friend Josh, at least once a week and sometimes 3 and 4. The next 1470 WMBD Bradley tailgate party is Wednesday, December 28th from 4:30 to 7 at Buffalo Wild Wings in East Peoria. Before the Northern Iowa game, register for the trip to the conference tournament in St. Louis, including tickets and accommodations. Watson, I keep those guys in chips. Bradley basketball brought to you by Illinois American Water Company. Illinois American Water, proud to provide you with quality water service. How about some rebounds, Coach?
Rebounds, Dave. We got 7 offensive rebounds. We've gone entire halves without 9 rebounds total. They've only got 2 rebounds. We're 6 for 13 from the field. We held them to 6 shots. They're 2 out of 6 from the field. So we've killed them on the offensive board. 7 offensive rebounds at the first 4-minute break.
2 of 6 for the Hilltoppers. Bradley is 6 of 13. Jeremy Crouch in the lineup. Crouch in for, Zach Andrews is sitting. And Ray Brown is into the game. So it's Crouch, Brown, Ruffin, Somerville, and Lawrence Wright for the Braves.
Looks like they may set up in a 1-3-1 zone.
They sure look like that, don't they, Coach? They've got Walker on the front.
Pressuring the ball.
They'll probably trap at the half court. But Ruff dribbles right between that. And with it is Crouch. Ruffin with it left. Looks at Ray Brown in the corner. Alley-oop. Layup is good. To Lawrence Wright from Ruffin. That was out of the huddle. Wright has 4. Bradley 15-6, a 9-point lead, their biggest. Courtney Lee with it. Bring it to the left. As Winchester, he hasn't been that big a factor. He's got a rebound goal, but he can't shoot. Now in a switch, Crouch has him. Wants him to go left. Instead he goes right, throws a skip pass to Rogers in the corner. Winchester with it. Drives in the lane. Put it up and get it in, and fouled on the play. So just that quickly. And the foul is called on Somerville. His first, team second, and a 3-point opportunity for Winchester.
And here again, Marcellus helping out on defense. We got beat 1-on-1, and Marcellus comes over to help out and drew a foul.
He's a scorer, Coach. Winchester
Yeah,
is. He just
is.
has that scoring mentality.
He's not real fast, but he can get a shot away.
He has 4. And now we'll try for the free throw. Where's number 10? And made that. So the 3-point play makes it a 15-9 Bradley lead. And Ruffin with it. Ruff looks at a trap with Walker, dribbles right between it, loses in and out of his hands, and then he's pushed by Winchester, who went for the steal right in front of Darren Horn. I think it was Winchester's first, team foul number 5. So the Braves are approaching 1-1. You want to get there by the 10-minute mark, Coach. You always said.
That's great. And we're
J.J. Twy will come in
close.
next dead ball. Crouch inbound sideline right, still in a 1-3-1 zone. Skip passes Ray Brown. Back to Crouch. Jeremy coming off a tough game at Butler. With it is Ruffin. Give to Lawrence Wright. On the right. In the corner. Now to the wing. Looks at a double. Threw it away. Ray Brown gets it back. Drop down pass for a baseline jumper. Somerville short. Lawrence Wright the rebound saves, but to Ty Rogers. And here comes Winchester across the timeline. Bounce pass Courtney Lee. Didn't take the shot. Now drives in the lane. Jump stop from 13. In and out. Rebound taken down. Is put up by Emerson, and he's fouled. Jerry Pollard with the call. This will be a shooting situation. Jim West says he was straight up, Jerry. 3rd team foul on Bradley. As Emerson got the rebound. First foul on Lawrence Wright. So Emerson of the line, how is he? He's 7 of 9. He hadn't shot that many, but he shot him in. Has not scored, 15-9. He makes them both here. He's got 2. First one's up and good. As J.J. Twy gives Ruff a rest at 14-32. J.J. Twy's assist to turnover is 11-3. He's done everything asked. And Benson Callier, he had been starting most of the games for Darren Horn. 6'7", 205. Junior from Macon, Georgia. Averages 8.7. Emerson's second free throw is good. And the Bradley lead is down to 4 at 15-11. Was 9. And J.J. across the timeline against Walker. Against that trap, give to Crouch. Jeremy looks at a double. Twy looking at a post pass to Somerville. Cross court. Now Crouch. Back for Lawrence Wright's 3 ball. That's missing, an air ball. And a rebound is poked away out of bounds by Collier. Bad shot by Boogie on the baseline right.
Yeah, Lawrence, Crouch probably had a better shot than he did. He gave it up, and Boogie just
19 on the shot clock. Inbound left underneath Ray Brown. Let's see what they run on the inbound here. A safety pass is given to J.J. Twy, now to Crouch. Jeremy looks for a post pass to Somerville, not made. The Braves are struggling a little bit against his zone. 10 on the shot clock. Twy, there's Crouch, there's 3. Bounce it, no good. And a rebound taken down by Walker. Kick it out now, Winchester across the timeline. Zach Andrews will come in next dead ball. Winchester to the baseline, gets help. Drop down passes, Emerson layup is good.
Good help that time by Somerville.
That's 15-13. 4 for Winchester, lob at the other end. Up, down, up, layup, missed by Somerville. Pass was a little tough to get, and then Lawrence Wright knocks the ball out of bounds, tried to save it. Jeremy continuing to struggle with that jumper, Coach. Wright is out, and Andrews is in.
He had 18 and a half before our last game, Dave, and just hadn't shot it well since. He will.
Twy, Crouch, Somerville, Brown, and Andrews, who's back in. Bradley led 15-6. It's now 15-13. They're stuck on 15 with 13 and a half to play. With it, look, is Winchester. He gets it on the left wing. J.J. Twy's on him. Lead pass is Emerson, who's got a couple of field goals. To Rogers, a ball fake. Now drives to the baseline. He's doubled and pushed by Brown, wasn't called. Walker, a lob inside Emerson. He gets doubled. Looks against Zach Andrews. His shot is up and missed. Rebound taken down by the Braves in Somerville. Kick it off Twy. Cross the timeline with 13:06. Zach Andrews runs the floor and draws the foul. 16 foul. It's on the floor. So the Braves will inbound, and a nice lead pass that time from J.J. Twy.
And good hands to catch it. When you catch that, you should just go up and shoot it, though. They had two guys all over his back. He's going to shoot two if he just shoots the ball.
So we'll have 1-1 the next trip to the line. Bradley has 3 team fouls, 6 for Western Kentucky. This will be inbounded by Twy. On the right, Emerson picked up the foul, his second.
We're in the bonus, Dave, with 13 minutes to go.
Matt Maresca, 6'8" freshman from Bowling Green, plays 8 minutes a game, doesn't average a point a game. Coming in for Emerson, inbound right between the E and the S and Braves. A free throw line jumper by Somerville is good. Off the inbounds. They are really scoring this year off inbounds play. Somerville has 4. Bradley gets off to 15. Courtney Lee's reverse layup is Crotch. Get it back, put it up and in.
Crouch got beat on the baseline that time.
And Bennett will come in. Collier gets the field goal. 17-15, his first deuce. Bradley leads by 2 at 12:42 to play first half. Crouch with it. Free throw line extended left into Zach Andrews. Gets deep. Inside out, J.J. Twy. 3-ball corner on the right. Good for Somerville.
Good movement. Good pass that time from Twy. Somerville buried it.
20-15. The first 3-ball of the night goes down for the Braves, and Somerville has 7. With it is Rogers out front. 12:20 to play first half. Bradley 20, Western Kentucky 15, and 5-second count with J.J. Twy and Ray Brown. Crouch is out, Bennett is in. 4th turnover for Western Kentucky. So the Braves were stuck on their number for a bit, 15. Here comes number 3 in. Might as well play them all. Jamel Campbell, 6'1" junior from Holly Springs, Mississippi. Will be there next week. 2.8, not in Holly Springs, but in Mississippi. Twy, Somerville, Bennett, Ray Brown, and Zach Andrews for Bradley. Biggest lead was 9, now back up to 5 after being cut to 1. With it is Twy, now Somerville between the rings. Looks at Andrews inside, Bennett. There's Ray Brown. There's a 3-ball. Ray missed it badly. Rebound Zach Andrews, put back good. Andrews the field goal off another rebound, 22-15. Campbell gives to Collier. Looks to dribble and penetrate. Ruff will come in the next dead ball. We'll have an official time then. Here's a bounce pass on the baseline. The ball is blocked by Ray Brown as he tries to dunk it and saves. To Somerville. He blocked the dunk. Give to J.J. Twy. J.J. on the move. Stutter step dribble. And he turned it over. As he carried the ball trying to move, Bradley's 3rd turnover. 22-15. Bradley over Western Kentucky. 11:38 to play first half. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Elborn hasn't played hardly at all.
What's that, Coach?
Elborn hasn't played hardly at all.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery. When you enter your Irish, 100,000 welcomes await you before and after every Bradley game at State and Water on Peoria's riverfront. And Bradley basketball brought to you by Avanti's. If you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the convenient 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. Zach Andrews, 6 minutes, 5 rebounds, 3 offensive. The Braves are out rebounding them 14-6, and their lead is 22-15, Coach.
And Elborn, Dave, has not been in the ball game very much. We're killing him on the boards. I don't know. He's not in foul trouble. I'm not sure why he's on the bench, but he's by far their best rebounder.
He has 4 minutes, missed 1 shot, and blocked 2, and that's it. How about the blocked shot by Zach Andrews as he blocked the dunk by Collier inside?
Well, the block shot by Elmore, Dave, maybe the coach didn't like that any more than we did. You know, you block those balls out of bounds, just give it back to the other team. They really shouldn't count that as a block shot, but they do. You know, we need to capitalize now on the free throws, Dave. We've only shot 2,
there, yeah.
And we're 11:38 to go in the half, and we're in the bonus. So only 3 fouls on Bradley, so we're in good shape there.
Elborn is back in the game. Wilborn with Lee. There's an inbounds pass almost thrown away, and Somerville gets a jumper up and short, and Ruff in the rebound. So Ruff and J.J. Twice at the 2 now. There's a bad pass that's flagged away. Wilbur knocks it out of bounds, so Bradley will have it. 31 on the shot clock. 11:29 to play first half, and the Bradley lead over Western Kentucky is 22-15. Inbound left is Somerville. He has Tony Bennett in a 1-5 flat, or 1-4 flat. Give to Twy. Now Andrews. Look at the bounce pass. Somerville, who's a second option on this play. Backs in. Turnaround 10-footer was forced and blocked by Wilbert and taken out of there by Western Kentucky. Jim Les thought there was a foul on the play. Campbell with it to the left. 22-15. Campbell bring it between the rings and Ruffins on him. Look for a cross screen. Collier for Courtney Lee. Tough pass pulled down by Mike Walker.
Made tough by good defense by Somerville.
Now Lee with it. Look at an entry pass into Wilbur, and the ball's knocked away. He has to go get it in the corner, and there's Zach Andrews right on him. Now he turns baseline on a block-to-block, and that's knocked away by Bennett, but off the hand of Walker out of bounds. Turnover number 5 for Western Kentucky. So the Braves' 7-point lead, their biggest has been 9, a 3-ball. Will bump it up to a 10-point lead.
Good help defense by Bradley for the most part.
22-15, 10:53 to play. Ruff in the inbounds pass. Has it poke checked away by Campbell. Right in front of Jim Les, and Tom O'Neill says no foul. Ruff with it. He goes around Campbell and finally is fouled by Campbell. So here you go, Coach. 10:45 to the line of the 1-on-1.
And they tried to press full court. We're pretty hard to press full court, man-to-man like they did then.
Ruff is 9 of 10 from the line on the season. He had 4 quick points in this game on 2 of 3. Campbell the foul, his first. Here's Lawrence Wright in for Somerville, who gets the first blow. Somerville 2 rebounds and 7 points. 3 of 9 from the field and made 1 of 2 from 3. And now you're going to add Will Franklin into this guard rotation mix against Delaware State. Ruff has 4-5 as he makes the first. 23-15, he makes this. It'll match the biggest lead, and Winchester will come in.
Anthony Winchester returns.
Anytime he's on the floor, he's a weapon. He has 5. Lee has only 2 thus far. Courtney Lee, we've done a good job on him.
He hasn't had many shots. He had to work for what he gets.
Ruff's second free throw is in and out. Zach Andrews tried to tip Winchester the rebound. So Ruff splits him. Crouch will come in the next dead ball. Here's Campbell. Gives to Collier. Walk wasn't called. Winchester with it. With the left hand, he has it wrapped. Looks at a pass to Lee. Look at a post passes to Wilbert. Has it knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Wilburn, and a fine defensive play by Zach Andrews. 6th turnover caused by the Bradley Jr. from California.
Zach can play a little defense for you.
J.J. Twy comes out, and Jeremy Crouch is in. Let's see if we can get a 3-ball for J.C. In. Wright gives to Ruffin. That Campbell's very quick. Ruff's having a tough time getting away from him. They double him. Give to Zach Andrews. Braves got a 5-on-4. Drop down pass. Bennett. Layup. Good. They went for a gamble steal, and Bennett got the layup as a result, and that's the biggest lead. 25-15. 5 points for Tony Bennett. 10-10 to go in a first half timeout taken by Darren Horn. And Western Kentucky is there down 25-15. Remember, the Braves got to 15 and hit a kind of a bump in the road coaching since they've smoothed things out.
Well, they have, Dave, and they're rebounding well. Their defense has been real good. Their help defense has been very good. And they only have 3 fouls in the first 10 minutes of the ballgame. That's about where you want to be.
Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois. 7:30 in the Midwest. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by CDS Office Systems. Revolutionize your office with the new Konica Minolta Biz Hub from CDS Technology. CDS, they connect people. Well, Mr. Wilburn has not been that big of a factor yet, and neither has Leon Winchester. In fact, they only have 15 points in the first 10 minutes. That's well below their average.
Our defense has been very good, Dave.
Winchester will inbound, sideline right. Bradley moving from left to right, almost a steal by Ruffin, and there's Campbell at the other end. Pull-up jumper in the lane is good. So the Braves went for a steal and gambled and didn't get it down, and Campbell got the field goal. We're halfway through the first half. Bradley 25, Western Kentucky 17. Ruffin beats 2, gives to Lawrence Wright in the lane, pull-up 10-footer short. Rebound is tipped out, and Crouch has it. Ruff, a ball fake for a 3. Instead, it's Lawrence Wright on the baseline on the left. Kick it back out and we'll reload. Bradley 25, Western Kentucky 17. Ruff's out near the timeline, go between the legs with a right-hand dribble from the left, now goes to the left, now beats his man, and a free throw line jumper is good. Campbell, as he broke his legs that time, literally on a crossover dribble, gives Bradley a 10-point lead. Ruff has 7 points.
And two nice jump shots.
Here's Campbell penetrate all the way down, and he's fouled by Ruff, and that Campbell is very quick.
Well, he was dropping down the pass. That shouldn't be a shooting foul. He's in the air, but he's dropping the ball down. He didn't have a shot.
Somerville goes to the end of the Bradley bench to talk to Eric Redmond. I'm not sure if he's going to get some tape or some.
And they're going to let him shoot it.
Well, how's he at the line? He is 2 for 7.
That's
so
real good.
Get ready to rebound the second one. His first one's up, and that's down.
Well, there's 6 out of 6.
They're probably not going to miss all night, are they, Coach?
I would think they will, Dave. Maybe now.
The two Yuba guys, right and left, with Zach Andrews in the one spot right in the one spot left, 27 to 18, and one more in the hopper. That's short. Tony Bennett gets it from the 3 spot left and kicks it out. Ruffin on the move with Zach Andrews. Kaboom! He throws it down. Zach attacks for 2. 29-18.
Quite a few assists for Ruffin already.
Callier with it. Throws it out of bounds.
Here again,
As he turns it over, there's 7.
Crouch is behind the ball that time, and he had to throw the ball a little farther away, and that caused a turnover.
Here comes Rogers in. Move this over right here. Next one will be 10. Okay, so we'll do both of them. I got my helpers down here putting up my kaboom numbers. What a slam dunk for Zach Andrews. He left about 10 feet away from the goal and slammed it down, 29 to 18.
And Daniel gave him a good pass that he could do it with.
Give it to Bennett straight away. Bradley's lead is 11, their biggest. Bennett dribbles it off a foot. Boogie goes to the floor to strum it out of there. It's picked up by Courtney Lee. He drives, and Bennett stops him from going to the basket, and they'll have to run their offense. Winchester beats Boogie a half a step, and his shot is swatted out of bounds, but a foul first by Lawrence Wright, who got hit in the face after he got beat offensively with the left hand.
And Zach threw his hand at the ball that knocked it out of bounds. You don't save balls as swatting like that.
Winchester, Zach threw that one out of bounds. So Winchester will go to the free throw line. He's got 5 points. There's 6 of 7 from the line. Bradley 29, Western Kentucky 18, 8:41 to play first half. Free throw's good. That's the 15th foul on Bradley, by the way, and the second on Lawrence Wright. I would imagine that Somerville will be coming in for him very soon. Not yet. Second free throw, Winchester, that's good. 29-20, Bradley's lead is 9 at 8:40 to play. Andrews gives Lawrence Wright. Where's Ruffin? There he is. Working against the pressure. Beats Winchester across the timeline. They double him. Lawrence Wright all the way down. Jump stop finds Lawrence. Makes it Zach Andrews. And combines with a score. Zach has 8. 31-20. Bradley's lead 11 again with 8:20 to play in the half. Courtney Lee with it. Free throw line extended. And now switch. But it's late. Penetrate and kick for a Rogers. Straight corner right. Bounce it no good. Rebound is Crouch. Kick it out Zach. 3-on-1, bounce past Bennett, Tony layup, fouled, intentional foul. on the breakaway. 2 in the ball at 8:08 to go in the first half, and a chance to kick the lead up big time here.
We're kicking the ball out well, Dave, taking care of it too.
Well, this is the stuff they work on in practice every day, Coach. Rebound and kick. Rebound and kick. 2 free throws coming up here for Tony Bennett. Foul was called on... who got the foul, Watts? Sakeem, who was back in. Well, he got in and got a foul real quick. That's 3 on him. And Bennett to the line. Tony's first one is good. 32-20. Somerville is back. Butch Jointer, Jointer.
Butch Joyner makes his first
Is in with Rogers and Emerson, and Winchester. Lee is out. Campbell is in. Courtney Lee, a frustrating first half. It's free throw 2. That's good. 33-20. 7 points for Tony Bennett. Braves have the ball. See if they run an inbounds. For a lob. Who'll take it out? Ruff it. Inbound right. To Ruff. Looks at Somerville, runs off a Zach Andrews screen and gets. Now he's going to penetrate, pull up 10-footer. That's good. Nothing like a 4-point play, Coach. 9 points for Somerville, 35-20.
Those intentional fouls can kill you.
15-point Bradley lead. We'll have an official time in the next dead ball. Campbell with it. Give it to Rogers. Looks to penetrate.
Good help defense.
Great
by
defense
Zach.
by Zach. With it is Winchester. Look for the entry pass. Now takes it in the lane, penetrate and kick. Rogers with it. Skip passes Joyner. He doesn't want to shoot it. Skip passes Campbell. He drives in the lane. Kick it off Joyner. Now he will for 3 left. That bounces long. Rebound is tipped out. Emerson goes and gets. They had a drop down open underneath, and Somerville finally covers up. Winchester has it blocked out of bounds by Andrews, and we'll have an official time. 7:25 to play in the first half. Shot clock reads 30. Second block shot for Andrews. 35-20. The Bradley lead is 15.
Both of them out of bounds. And that's another thing, Dave. When you block that and you follow through, you always stand a chance of getting a foul. Zach's had a great game. I think he's probably 4 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 in the field, but that's a habit he should correct.
Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD. He's 4 for 4.
Zach's really going to help him. He fights you defensively. He fights you.
$18 to 10. 7 to 4 on the assist to turnover. 3 steals. Okay.
4 for 4 for Zach. He doesn't take any bad shots.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, Mike Sable. Our next broadcast is Saturday night against Delaware State here at Carver Arena, 7:05. Dan Diorio and Braves Plus at 6 o'clock. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer. Home of the new 2006 Ford Freestyle and 500, built for the heartland, built for the road ahead. This Bradley team we're seeing tonight is a lot like the one we saw at Allstate Arena against DePaul.
And we were awfully good up there, David. You know, a couple stats to jump out here. They're 6 out of 17 from the field. Our defense had a lot to do with that. They got 1 assist and 7 turnovers. We got 7 assists and 4 turnovers. But the offensive rebounds, we go in games, Dave, where we haven't got 12 offensive rebounds. 12 offensive rebounds is huge in about the first 12 minutes of the ballgame.
7:25 to play, first half. Bradley 35, Western Kentucky 20. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by the Unland Companies. Take the hassle out of buying insurance with one call. They're in the white and yellow pages. The Unland Company, where it's about you. Inbound right, underneath the goal. And Rogers looks at the inbounds pass, knocked away. Tony Bennett saves, but Winchester, he's doubled. Inside out, Campbell, a ball fake didn't take. Joyner inside the arc left, missed it, rimmed it, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by the Hilltoppers. And continued Bradley, good defense on the perimeter. has another miss. There's 6 of 18 from the field.
Well, they tried to press a couple times full court, and of course we were able to beat it, and they got in foul trouble, and that takes them out of that.
Ruff with it across the timeline. 15-point Bradley lead. There is Crouch. Look to penetrate Jeremy. Pull-up jumper from 10. Dribbles it, no good. Just can't buy one. And Campbell with it quickly. Better stop him. He's all the way down. Stops, skid at his feet. Here's a layup, drop down pass Joyner for Emerson for the layup. All started because Campbell was flying in the front court. He's got 6 now, Emerson. 35-22. Crouch with it left. Looks at entry pass to Zach Andrews. He's all the way down, penetrate and kick. Give it to Andrews. Zach in the lane. Pull up 10-footer is missing. And the rebound taken down by Winchester. Zach was a little outside of his range that time. Winchester between the legs, stutter step dribble. Loses and gets it back. Joyner. Now Campbell. 6:23 to play first half. Here's a Campbell. Pull-up jumper is up and good as he beats Ruffin again. Ruff's having a tough time with him.
He's got some quickness, Dave. You're right.
Fouls on Daniel Ruffin.
Ruffin's second foul. 16-21 and a chance for 5 straight here for the Hilltoppers. And they could cut the Bradley lead down to 10 with 6:21 to play in the half. 5 points for Campbell. And he looks like their answer at the point guard. He's very quick. I don't know how much he runs it, how well he runs it in the half court. Free throw is good, but
we've taken them out of their half court pretty much. They haven't been able to run much anything.
Sam Singh, J.J. Twy will come in. The Verona and Ozark, Missouri combo. Next dead ball. 6:13 to play first half. Bennett with it. Now to Ruffin from Crouch on the left. He goes to the wing there. Now it's Bennett. Shot clock reads 20. Skip passes Crouch. There's a 3 ball. Bounce it away, no good. Andrews the foul and the rebound.
Well, Zach's going to the board. He did foul that time, but boy, he goes to that board.
His second. As Jeremy missed another shot, 3.
Second foul on Andrews.
Andrews is out. He picks up his second foul. What a first half he played.
Sam Singh into the lineup.
Sam Singh is in. 6'9", 260 freshman from Ozark, Missouri. Right now, Zach might be our best player, Coach.
He's very good, Dave. He does a lot defensively. Sometimes he goes unrecognized.
So it's free throw time for Rogers, Ty Rogers. He has not scored. 6:01. They're on a roll here, on a run. 35-26. One more for Rogers. Bradley's lead was 15. They've scored 6 and now could be 7 straight.
They're running uphill, though, Dave.
6:01 to play first half. Second free throw, Rogers. That's good. The team at 61%, 10 of 11. From the line, 35-27. They're the ones that have capitalized at the free throw line. First half, the Braves have been in 1-1 for a while. J.J. Twy, get a high post screen, drop it down Somerville. Almost walks, gets hung, and then does travel. They 3-timed him on the baseline on the right, turned it over. Bradley's 5th turnover. 5:47. So the Braves are stuck on a number again. It was 15 before, it's 35 now. 5:40 to play in the half. This is with Courtney Lee on the bench. With it is Rogers. A screen from Emerson. Singh was trying to trap out front, and he gets back. With it on a post pass is Emerson against Sam Singh. He good help by Somerville. They leave the man Rogers. He rims it no good. Sam the rebound. He's fouled. And the 9 for 10 free throwing Sam Singh will go to the other end and try to get the Braves off 37. And here comes Ingrace Wilburn in. That's the 3rd foul on Emerson, who's played pretty well since he's come in.
15, Wilburn.
Wilburn in, and Emerson is out.
Well, Singh had all those in one game, I believe, Dave.
He did, coach, against Bowling Green. So Big Sam goes to the line for a 1 and bonus. That is the 9th team foul, so it'll be 2 the rest of the way. The very likable Sam Singh. Before he's done it, Bradley, you got to meet this young man. He is just wonderful. Free throw is bouncing off, no good. Rebound is tipped out to Singh, to Twy, to Somerville, who drives against Winchester and reverse layup misses. Got his own rebound. Nope, tipped away. Now Singh knocks it away from behind to Jeremy Crouch. Great play by Sam. And then he's fouled by Campbell. And 2 free throws coming up for Jeremy Crouch here as Campbell pick up his 2nd foul.
Yeah, we're starting to make the free throws pay off down.
Fouls on Campbell. Second foul.
So Sam missed the 1 and 1 as Ray Brown will come in with 5:09 to play in the half. The ball was tipped out And then Singh tipped it away from behind to get possession, and Crouch will go to the line looking for his first point. Free throw is good. Jeremy had 18 against Bowling Green in the first half. Here comes Orlando Mendez-Valdez in, and Courtney Lee is in. Campbell is out. Well, I tell you, and Mendez-Valdez may be a good player, but he's not going to cause the havoc that Jomal Campbell just did when his time was in. Trying for a 10-point lead. JC's free throw is good. So he adds 2. He's now 17 of 21. Crouch is out. Ray Brown is in. 37-27. The Bradley lead is 10 with 5:09 to play. Winchester can run the baseline. And Valdez finds Courtney Lee, who penetrates the free throw line. Walk wasn't called. Winchester look for a drop down. Here's Valdez. They just leave him. His jumper for 3 is good. Mendez-Valdez came right in and threw it in from the wing on the right for 3. 37-30. The Bradley lead was 15. It's down to 7 now. Ray Brown with it. Out high right. Give to Bennett. Posting up high and to get a ball screen. Nope, it was Singh. Didn't use it. Now Somerville on the baseline left. He's going to drive against Courtney Lee. Takes it into the lane. Ball fake. Stops. Forces it up. Missed it. Foul to go to the line as Lee picked up the foul at 4:32. Get to the free throw line.
Courtney Lee. First on Lee.
First foul on Courtney Lee. And Somerville will try to get into double figures. He has 9.
Lee will have a tough time guarding Somerville. He takes to the basket line.
Sellis is only 6 of 10, 60%. That's not a lot of free throws. Free throw is up and rimming no good. So the Braves are 6 of 10 from the line. Winchester is out. And they bring in Butch Joyner. One more for Sellis, trying to give Bradley an 8-point lead. He does. Double figures 10 to the senior from Peoria High. 38-30. The Bradley lead is 8. Mendez-Valdez, who hit the 3, gets a ball screen. J.J. Twy fights through it. They double. Tony Bennett knocks it away. Gives it to Singh. Now J.J. Twy. Drop down past Bennett. A ball fake and a layup. Somerville missed it. Put it back up and in. He's got a dozen as he stayed with it. 40-30. 10-point Bradley lead with 4:07 to play in the first half. Look at Courtney Lee. Bounce pass between the rings. Ray Brown's on him with a left hand taken to the lane. Drop down pass Joyner. Drop down nicely to Elburn and misses the shot. Rebound J.J. Twy. Wilburn missed a wide open layup. Pass at the other end, Somerville. Nice catch. Ball fake. Gives Bennett his lean-in shot. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a pair when we come back in a minute. So it's all of a sudden a chance for a dozen-point lead here with 3:48 to play in the half. It'll be Tony Bennett to the free throw line. Campbell in as Rogers picked up the foul, and Walker back for Western Kentucky. Bradley 40, Western Kentucky 30. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
Twelve offensive rebounds in 12 minutes for the bunch, Dave.
Wow. Right. Dave Snell, Joe Stoll. Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball brought to you by Paradise. Go to Las Vegas this February for the big game party, courtesy Paradise Hotel Casino. Prime Reward members earn entries through January 15th with slot and table game play and double entries on Mondays at Paradise. We'll talk to David Booth, the newest scout for the Memphis Grizzlies, at halftime tonight. Coach, the Bradley offensive rebounding has been outstanding. 14 offensive rebounds at the 3:48 mark of the first half, and a 40-30 lead with 2 free throws for Tony Bennett coming up here.
It really has. In total rebounds, Dave, we're 23 to 14. Offensively, There's been several times we've had 2 and once I know at least 3 offensive rebounds in the same shot.
As many offensive rebounds for Bradley as their total.
Yep. Well, we just played well, and their assist free throw ratio, they got 3 assists and 9 turnovers because we're forcing many of those.
Tony Bennett will go to the free throw line. Tony has 7. Somerville with 12, 8 for Andrews. Wright had 4. Ruffin had 7, and 2 free throws for Jeremy Crouch.
And Zach Andrews, Dave, has 5 rebounds to lead Bradley the first half, although everybody's been chipping in. He got 5 rebounds, played 12 minutes, 3 of them offensively, playing real well again.
Tony Bennett to the free throw line. He'll have a pair. He has 7, a chance to give Bradley a 12-point lead. Their biggest has been 15. Free throw is good. So the Braves at the line now with that make are 8 of 12. One more for Tony. He's 4 of 5. There's going to be pressure on a make. There's the make. And nope, they relax the dogs a little bit. Here's Lee. Courtney Lee, a step and no shot for the left wing. The Braves in his zone.
They're showing
1-3-1 zone.
And going to trap out of it.
With it is Rogers. First time we've seen this in a while. And Campbell is out front. 1-3-1 zone with the tail, or the on top is Ray Brown. Here's a drop down pass to Joyner. He misses it. Weak side rebound is Somerville. Pulls and gives to J.J. Twy across the timeline with 3:20 to play in the half. Gives to Ray Brown. He's near the sideline left. Gives to Twy. Almost double dribbled as the ball was knocked away, but it was clean. Brown on an overplay. Rogers gives Somerville. Pull-up jumper for 3, Sellis. That's good!
Nice step-in fake, Dave, on your jump shot. Step back and shot the 3.
Well, there's your 15-point lead again. Every time we get caught on that 5, back it comes. 45-30, under 3 minutes to go in the half. 2:52. Here's Rogers against Ray Brown. Good help by J.J. Twy, who got back to Campbell. Good help defense here in the first half. With it is Campbell with a left-hand dribble. Comes down the lane, stops, has 2. Knocked away by Somerville, and then J.J. tried to save it. And it went on the line. Good help by Somerville, Coach.
Well, Dave, we went back in our man-to-man. You know, it's a good idea to show them a different defense. You know, you're being scouted here all the time, and it's just a good idea to show them it's something else the other team has to prepare for.
Sellis has his number of 15. Winchester 3 ball. That misses. Rebound to the corner. Tipped away by Winchester. Missed the shot. And with a 45-30 lead, the Braves are on going to be right close to a 50-point half here. Somerville, Twy, Brown, Sam Singh, and Bennett on the floor for the Braves. And Zach Andrews, it's a luxury. We've had him on the bench for a while now with the 2 fouls. Twy with it, and a good rest for Ruffin. With it, Twy, bring it to the left wing. Looks at Somerville, who posts. Coming out is Ray Brown, pops on him a bit, has it high left. Look at a back cut to Somerville. Now it's Bennett, he walked. 2:18 to play, 6 turnover for the Braves. Delaware State, the Hornets are here. Boy, have they got some names, Coach. Oh, have I can start putting their names in today. There's some.
Like Valparaiso, they got a lot of.
No, not foreigners. They're very unique. Campbell with it. We'll have a lot of fun on Saturday night. Hope you're here. Campbell with it on the right as they have Walker back in the game. Bounce pass to Campbell, left wing. Sam Singh covers up on Walker. Joyner. Now
We're having a hard time
Lee.
running our offense against our defense.
15-14 on the shot clock. Walker gives it to Joyner. Out in front is Courtney Lee. He has the clinch fist left with 9-8 on the shot clock. A ball screen. Courtney Lee down, and he charges into Somerville. Wasn't called. Follows up and good. Somerville made the right play and drew the charge. Wasn't called. 45-32, back to a 13-point game. We're on the 5 again. This is where we get stuck. With it is Twy across the timeline. Coming up on 90 seconds to go in the first half, and a travel on Bennett, and that's the right call. Tom O'Neill was right on top of it. He did walk. 7th turnover. With 91 seconds to go in the first half. So let's see if the Braves can get a stop here with a 13-point halftime lead. And here's Courtney Lee. I thought Somerville had drawn a charge the last time, and there's a makeup call, an illegal screen called on Mike Walker. You say potato and I say potato. Tomato and tomato. That's what that was. You call this, I'll call that. 10th turnover for Western Kentucky.
They've really substituted quite a few guys. Wilburn hasn't seen much of
Hadn't been
the
a
floor
factor,
at all.
has he?
No, he hadn't been in the ball game much. And wasn't a factor when he was.
Twy with it with a minute 18. Cross the timeline behind the back against Campbell. Tough pass for Ray Brown. Is knocked away out of bounds. And it'll belong to the Braves. Next possession belongs to Western Kentucky on a held ball. Or if there are none in the last 1:14, they'll start possession second half. Bradley 45, Western Kentucky 32. Only Valley game being played tonight. Game involving a Valley team. League season's coming up. Ray Brown, 3-ball left. Is up and in and out. Rebound is Sam Sink for his first field goal of the season. Another offensive rebound. Minute to go in the half, 47-32. With it, Campbell. Free throw line extended to the left now. Looks to bring it up top. Wants Courtney Lee to go to the right wing. And hands it to him, and there's Bennett right in his back pocket. 48-47. This will be their last possession, likely of the half. Here's Lee penetrating kick. Here's a Campbell three. That's good. Buries it from the corner right. There's 5 different in a game shot and shot clock and a timeout called by Bradley as Jim West will use his first half timeout.
Well, Dave, you're right. Campbell's a very good player for that. Very quick player. Hasn't had that much playing time, but he's going to earn more here tonight.
47-35. The Bradley lead is 12 with 37.8 seconds to go in the first half. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Avanti's. If you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl in any of the convenient 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. And Bradley basketball brought to you by Methodist. Team up with Methodist for the outstanding health care that's centered on you. Methodist is proud to be the official health care provider for Bradley basketball. I was up there last night, Coach. My dad had a little surgery. He's home. He and my mom are listening to the game tonight.
Oh,
He's
good.
He's good.
Getting along all right, Dave. And you got Wilburn back in now for the last 37 seconds.
He wants to block a shot.
He'll block it out of bounds if he does.
Brown Singh, who just scored his first Bradley field goal of his second freshman year. Brown Singh. Sam turns and hands to J.J. Twy with 33 seconds to go in the half.
They're zoning it.
And a jump pass is to Ray Brown. Looks at Somerville. Twy with it with 26:20 on the shot clock. Give it to Brown. Looks to Tony Bennett's way. Twy with it. 15-14 on the shot clock. J.J. with it. Now look at Somerville. Instead comes to Ray Brown to the jump pass. Skip pass is to Somerville. He drives in the baseline. Pull up 12-footer. Bounce it. In and out. Sing the rebound once, twice. And he did have it blocked out of bounds by Wilburn with 6.4 to go.
Got him in there just in time. Now we can run her out of bounds play, Dave.
Sam got another board and just couldn't finish it off. And Crouch will come in. They're going shooter. He comes in for Ray Brown. Let's see what the Braves will run here with 6.4 to go in the half. Inbounds.
Well, Crouch is one of the
baseline
options.
left.
You can bet on that. Somerville probably the other.
Screen for Somerville with 6. Drives with 5. Now with 4. Lays it up and fouled. Well, they called an offensive foul on Sellis, his second, with 3.2 to go. And here comes Danny Adams in the game, and he'll get Somerville, so he won't get another foul. 3.2 to go. Somerville made the move. I thought he was going to go to the line, so did Coach Les. So it's 47-35. That'll be your halftime score unless they throw one in here.
Well, they should throw it long.
Walker intercepted by Bennett with a half second to go. Oh, and Jerry Pollard said it was off of Bennett out of bounds. So all this will be is an inbound toss.
You got to throw it deep, or else screen down there and hope someone runs somebody in the screen. But
half a second to go in the half. Tony Bennett, a nice hustling play to come back. Winchester holds, and it's halftime. Second half possession will start with Western Kentucky. Bradley's lead is 47-35. 12-point advantage. Biggest lead was 15 in the first half as they lead the Hilltoppers with some great defense and outstanding rebounding in the first half. The Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report is coming up. We'll talk to David Booth of the Memphis Grizzlies when we come back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD Peoria, Illinois.
The early bird drawing, $2,500. The first of 3 prizes, another 1,000, another 500 will be given away Saturday. Big drawing will be held after the last home game. Grand Prix will be $25. Enjoy the Red Against Team.
How about that? There you go, Coach.
Thank you.
Danny, they got 15 rebounds as a team. We got 17 offensive rebounds.
Check one, check.
17. You generally don't have the ball that much to get 17 offensive rebounds.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Paradise Hotel Casino Halftime Report. December's forecast calls for 13 days of cash flurries at Paradise Hotel Casino. It's your chance to win cash, and lots of it. They draw for $35,000 December 11th through the 23rd. Could be a Merry Christmas for you. Visit Paradise for your share of cash flurries. Bradley 47, 35 for Western Kentucky. Coach will have you run down the scoring, and then we'll talk to David Booth.
All right, we go with Western Kentucky first. Dave Wilburn played 7 minutes. It was no factor whatsoever. He was 0 for 2 from the field. Had a couple shots he blocked out of bounds. Boris Aiken was, he played 4 minutes. He got 3 fouls. He had 8 rebounds in about 11 minutes the last game. Not a factor here tonight. Anthony Winchester played 17 minutes. He's 2 out of 5 from the field, 3 out of 3, and 2 out of 5, Dave, we denied him the ball a lot with our defense. He was 3 out of 3 from the line for his 7 points. Mendez Valdez was 2 out of 2 from the field. One of those to 3-point range for his 5 points. Benson Collier was 1 out of 2 from the field for his 2. And the kid that played real well, and you called him early, was Joel Campbell. He was 3 out of 3 from the field. One of those is a 3. He's 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. He scored 9 points, played 10 minutes, and played very well. Ty Rogers is 0 for 2 and 2 for 2 from the line for his 2 points. Mike Walker was 1 for 3. He had 4 rebounds for his 2 points. Courtney Lee, Dave, 14 minutes. We held him without a basket, only 2 out of 2 from the line.
Amazing.
Did a real good job on him, and he lacks a little quickness. We did a real good job. I tell you, Dave, good individual defense leads to good team defense, and we had both here in that first half. Daniel Emerson was 2 out of 3 from the field. He was 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. They were for his 6 points. And as a team, they're 11 out of 28. That's 40%. Only 2 out of 6 and only getting 6. They like to shoot the 3, but we were getting out on them pretty good. A surprising 11 out of 12 in the free throw line for 92%. But here again, the assist turnover margin, you hold somebody to 4 assists to go with their 10 turnovers. That was a big factor. We scored off a lot of the turnovers.
Halftime score is 47-35 in the Paradise Hotel Casino Halftime Report. Our special guest, Peoria Manuel, DePaul, international star, played everywhere, and now with the Memphis Grizzlies as a scout, David Booth. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
And your daughter's a pretty good track star as well.
Yeah, track. Now she's playing volleyball. She's getting there.
Got some of the size. First of all, your basketball playing career lasted a long, long time, a lot longer than a lot of your brethren at the time that you played, because you got the most out of your body and stayed in shape.
Yeah, Dave, I've been blessed. I've been able to play professionally for 13 and a half years. And then after that, I'm able to do something that I always wanted to do after I stopped playing, and that's getting NBA scouting. You
continue the Peoria connection with the Memphis Grizzlies, and you and Jerry West became friends, and the opening came. Tell us about it.
Well, I originally met Jerry West when I signed with the Lakers back in 96, 97 when Hill and Kobe came there. That was the year I went there. And I got cut after maybe 7 or 8 weeks, but I always still try to keep in contact, and I would see him at different places and venues, and I would always talk to him and everything. And I ended up deciding to retire this past March because my daughter, as you said, Mariah, she's 14, and she's a freshman at East Peoria High School. I wanted her to be able to experience high school all 4 years, and I know that's an important time in life. And I sent my resume in to the Lakers, and I also sent my resume in to the Memphis Grizzlies. And in the beginning, they didn't have anything open, and then they contacted me maybe in August and said they had a position open, and then the rest is history.
Well, Dave, you're also active in all kinds of activities here when you're in town, and I know you've done some coaching. of course, the chance to work in pro ball, the pay is generally better. You would make a fine coach. Have you got any real goals? What you want to do for the rest of your life?
And believe it or not, I've always said when I get through playing professional ball, I would love to get into NBA scouting because that's something I know is second nature to me. Just like basketball, second nature to you. You've always done it, so it's not like you got to think too much. Just what you know and the knowledge that you've had. So I'm really blessed to be in the position that I'm in right now, and very humbled that I'm able to get it this quick after retiring after 6 or 7 months.
A real good opportunity for you.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing, Coach, is he's such a personable guy that he meets people and easily, and those are the ways that you can call on different people along the line that can help you out, and I can see that you'd have the personality that you'd be really sought after. It's part of your makeup. I know you got it from your folks and your many coaches along the line.
I've always known basketball is a means to an end, and you have to use the game of basketball to get the most you can out of your life. There's only a window of opportunity that you can play. I was able to go to DePaul and get my degree, get my communications degree. And like I said, I always knew that I was not going to be able to play ball that long. I didn't know I was going to be able to play 13 and a half years. I mean, who knows that? But another thing I always tell kids, you never burn bridges, because you never know when you got to cross that bridge again. I could have very easily got upset when I got cut from the Lakers, but, almost 10 years later, he hired me for a scouting position with the Memphis Grizzlies. So you just never know.
Never burn bridges.
Burn bridges.
That's the thing. And I want you obviously know the manual scene in the South Side. Sir James Watson's worked with us for over 40 years, and you know what he means to not only Manuel but the kids of Peoria.
Yeah. Well, he's a good guy. I've been knowing him,
since you were a kid.
Yeah, he used to drive us when I was a freshman at Manuel. He used to drive us to games to Moore Shootout and the Pontiac Tournament and everything. So I've been knowing him so long, and he's always been a positive influence because he loves sports and he loves kids. And he's someone that I've always looked up to because he's just always been there. He's always everywhere. It's like 4 or 5 Mr. Watsons run around. On the golf course, he's there. I mean, he's everywhere. But I just look up to him, and I appreciate him so much. I felt bad because I knew he had some health issues earlier this year, and I felt real bad. But it seems like he's coming along, and he'll be good. He has a good personality, and everybody loves him and prays for him. So he's all right.
Well, David, another thing, you got a lot of high school players, local players some outside the area listening here tonight. And, you talk about what you've done. You worked hard in high school. You go to DePaul. You get your degree. And I think that's something, it's emphasized by a lot of people, but I think you're a good example of that. And can you talk a little about the educational thing to some of these? Because there's a lot of kids, just go to high school and that's it. They have bigger ambitions, but the pro ball is you don't all make it.
Well, pro ball is. I mean, if you're blessed enough to be able to play pro ball, I talked to some kids the other day at Tree Wind Middle School, and I told the kids.
That's great.
Yeah, I told the kids when I was in high school. It's called the Mid-State 10. It's 14 kids per team, so you got 140 kids out there. And I asked them how many players do they think wouldn't play pro ball. And they couldn't name it. I told them 2. It was myself and Howard Nathan ended up playing a little bit with the Atlanta Hawks, but 2 out of all those kids. And matter of fact, you got 140 times 4 because when Howard was in school for 4 years, you only got 2 guys. So the percentages is not with you to play pro ball.
And
but
unfortunately, many of them don't even go to college.
No. But if you can use basketball, if you even get your degree or get a scholarship to go to a Division I or Division II school, you can be like a Jameer Jackson who knew he can use basketball to get a degree to go to Notre Dame. Otherwise, he would not probably been able to get a degree, and now he has his own business. So you can better yourself, and you can do the things if you just think and be smart, and always know that sports is a means to an end, and you have to use it to the best of your ability while you have it, while you have a chance to.
You know what? You never had the award of Mr. Basketball bestowed upon you by media people, but when I think of basketball in Peoria, you are my Mr. Basketball.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I think of what you've done as an ambassador, and congratulations on your job with the Grizzlies. Say hello to Mitchell and our good friend Tony Baroni and those guys down there.
I talk to Tony every 2 days. I have to talk to him every 2 days, so I will, and I'll tell him you guys say hello for sure.
All right, David. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good luck, David.
One of the all-time greats, David Booth, now of the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll take our halftime break. Bradley 47, Western Kentucky 35. Paradise Hotel Casino halftime report returns in 5 minutes. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD. What a great guy he is.
And he can do about anything he wants. He comes up here and expresses himself. He can just talk about anything.
To kids.
Yeah. It'd be great. Cheryl? Gotcha.
for Zach Andrews. The dynamic duo for Western Kentucky, Winchester and Lee, who are averaging 45 points combined for the game, have 9 total for the first half. 7 for Winchester and 2 for Courtney Lee. Don't forget the Braves are home Saturday, 7:05 tip-off. Delaware State tickets available. More halftime music. Bradley Basketball Band, directed by Dave Drummond.
We leave 6 o'clock Monday, Dave.
Yeah, check there. If I don't, there's something on my field. I think if it's not there, Mike, it's in my briefcase. Hey, Watts, can you give me a quote? Thank you.
Welcome back to the court. Our Bradley Braves.
Courtney, I think we'll save one break for the second half, and I'll take that during the first called timeout.
Still think Ray Brown's going to be a good shooter. He got a nice touch. He hadn't scored, but he looks like he can shoot it. You still on Ronnie Wright's program? I see his shoulders down there.
I'm just trying to stay sane, Coach.
Things going any better at all? Yeah, boy. "13 more shots, Dave. 13 more rebounds."
Yeah.
And our shooting's not great, but our defense just throws
terrific.
everything out of kilter.
"47-35 is our halftime score, with Bradley leading Western Kentucky's Hilltoppers in this payback for the Bracket Buster game of last year. The Braves will host a Bracket Buster game this year, and that means they'll go someplace next season.
Sam Singh, Dave, played 6 minutes, 1 for 2 from the field, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 rebounds total. Pretty active, 6 and 1 steal for Sam. So it's good to see him come off the bench and get some help too.
Courtney Lee 0 for 2 from the field.
We've just taken him out for whatever they wanted to do, Dave.
Boris Sycam starts the second half. In fact, they're starting their starting lineup at the beginning of the game, which ought to be an advantage for the Braves. They have Lee and Winchester, of course. Emerson starting in the second half as well. Here comes Mendez Valdez. Give to Courtney Lee. Got a man in the air, and the ball's tipped out of bounds by Lawrence Wright with Ruffin and Bennett and Zach Andrews and Somerville for Bradley. First possession, second half. Bradley moves from our right to left in the second frame. Here's Winchester, and Tony Bennett is on him. He's done an outstanding job. Here's Mendez Valdez. A jump stop, looks, gives to Lee, threw a pass at his feet, and he had trouble getting it, but does. Shot clock reads 10. Tough shot, Lee, 10-footer, missed it wide left, but the rebound is taken down, didn't hit the rim, and now taken away by Ruffin as it was tipped by Bennett. Ruff on the move, on the glide, gives to Bennett, pull up 12-footer right, missed it, in and out. And it's taken down by Lee. And across the timeline, their second possession, give to Winchester, a ball fake. Bennett went off his feet, 2 left their feet, and now an inside layup is good by Emerson, sits everybody down. Braves jumped at 2 perimeter shots, 8 points for Emerson, and we played a minute in the second half, 47-37. Here's a lob thrown away by Bennett as he tried to hit Zach Andrews.
Yeah, it wasn't there. They played in front and behind him. It wasn't there that time.
Ninth Bradley turnover. Look out with this group. They can score. Mendez Valdez looking to post pass Sycam in it.
They're not going to
They
score
double
that,
him.
Dave.
He dribbles out of it and gives to Courtney Lee. Free throw line extended on the right between the legs. Works against Lawrence Wright. Now Somerville helps. Good defense that time. 14-13 on the shot clock. Mendez Valdez penetrating, kick, and knocked away. A steal by Ruffin. Outlet pass is Tony Bennett. Saves, but Sycam is there to intercept. Pass was too hard. Bradley's 10th turnover. Here's Winchester in the lane. Drop down pass Sycam taken away
Nice play by Somerville. Somerville getting up down the floor real well for a big guy.
And a held ball, so the Braves will have it on the possession change. We played a minute and 40 seconds of the second half. 13th turnover for the Hilltoppers, 47-37. Bradley's lead is 10. They led at the break, 47-35. With it is Ruff, who just got a steal a moment ago. Somerville with it, free throw line extended on the right. Looks at Zach Andrews, who comes down and looks for the drop down pass. Instead, he drops and penetrates and kicks for a 3-ball. Somerville short. And taken down by the Hilltoppers. Mendez Valdez with it. Give to Emerson, trying to get into double figures. They double him. They pass out of it. Winchester drives and charges. Good charge taken by Tony Bennett. Second foul on Winchester. First team foul of the second half for either team.
Second foul on Winchester.
So the Braves will have it, still looking for their first field goal of the second half and first points. 14th turnover for Western Kentucky. And Ruff with it against Mendez Valdez. Beats him a half a step. Looks at the high post at a double high for Zach Andrews. And then brings it to Bennett out high left. Right, Somerville beats this man a half a step, almost pushed off behind the basket, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound taken away by Winchester as he got Zach Andrews from behind.
Somerville beat his man, you're right, Dave, but he was behind the basket on the shot.
Mendez Valdez, ball's taken away by Somerville, then taken back by Sycam. Here's a jumper, Mendez Valdez for 3. Just to the left of straight away, and it's 47-40. So they have clawed into the Bradley lead here. Down to 7 every time they made a run. The Braves have as well. Here's Lawrence Wright, layup the other end, missed it. Rebound, Zach Andrews missed it. Got it back. This time he fakes, puts it up and in, and fouled. The Zach attack for a 3-point play. He's got 10.
Offensive rebound for him too, Dave.
And he'll have a chance to match the career high he got at Butler with this free throw. And Sycam is about to check out. He's got 4. They're really better with him on the bench anyway. Mike Walker will come in for him. 5th. Make it to 16:57. And here's Zach at the line. He's an adventure. 52%. 12 of 29. 3-point play is made. 50-40. Matches his career high 11. 10-point lead for the Braves. Walker is in. Sycam is out. So Walker will inbound. He can run the baseline at 16:57. Bradley's lead is 10. Biggest lead has been 15. They deny the inbounds and threw it away. Covered up by Ruffin, and then Zach Andrews denied Emerson.
And covered up by everybody. That's good team defense would force that.
Butch Joyner will come in. There's another turnover. 15. Winchester's out. This may be the worst game of his career. If not, it's among them. He's averaging 22. He's got 7. Inbound left, Somerville. The count is 3. Gives to Bennett. Drives in the lane. Gives to Boogie. His short shot missed. Kaboom! Thrown back down by Zach Andrews.
And he stays around the basket, Dave. He's not much an outside shooter, but he doesn't have to be. He can get him all around the basket.
52-40, his second dunk of the night, a new career high. Bounce pass on the baseline. Walker, and he walks. Walker walks. And turned it over their 16th. As the ball was slammed back down by Zach Andrews, who's got a career high 13 and 8 rebounds. Get your tickets to come to watch him play. He is fun, fun, fun. Ruffin with it against Mendez Valdez. He wears 20. Ruff bring it to the right. They got a clear out for Zach. Didn't use it. Now Lawrence Wright, Somerville. 16-23.
Zach posts up well down low.
With it is Bennett. Bounce pass and a hold on Courtney Lee. Reload the shot clock from 17 to 35 at 16-20. Bradley 52, Western Kentucky 40. Joe Napoli was up on the scoreboard a moment ago, sharing some nachos with a young lady.
Out of bounds for the Braves.
Ruff with it. Inbound right. And a 1-4 set. Somerville goes out long. Andrews post. The count is 3. Lob is to Bennett. They double. And a skip now right. Lob is to Andrews. Strip from behind, gets it back. Muscles and walks. Tried to muscle back in the lane.
Well, they triple teamed him that time, and he was just trying to get a shot off down low, and they triple teamed him, and he couldn't get it up.
11th turnover. He's probably going to miss it and get another rebound. Mendez Valdez in the backcourt, brings it across the timeline, 52-40. This is a good Western Kentucky team the Braves have handled thus far. A good jump switch by Somerville, and he gets a reach. He gets his 3rd foul. Jerry Pollard, quick whistle. 16-03.
Marcellus does that real well, though, Dave. He jumps out on that guard, does it real well. Unfortunately, he got his 3rd foul, but he does a real good job of containing that point guard.
3rd on Sellis. Benson Callier comes in, and he replaces Mendez Valdez, and Crouch will come in for Somerville, likely. Sellis has his number of 15. He got a reach foul, and he's not happy about it. Inbound is Courtney Lee, gives to Callier. Good denial by Bennett, this time on Courtney Lee. Good jump switch by Crouch, and there was a foul, wasn't called, as he got a reach, and Collier looks at a post pass. One at Emerson. Passing lanes are cut down. With it is Joyner. Look for the entry pass to Emerson. That's covered up by Zach. 17-16 on the shot clock. Bradley with a 12-point lead. Official time, next dead ball. Ball knocked away, Lawrence Wright. Give it to Walker. Skip pass is thrown to Joyner with 8 on the shot clock. Lee with 7. Now with 6. Now with 5. Drives with 4. Crossover dribble with 3. In and out of his hands. Walks. Another outstanding defensive set for the Braves. 17th turnover for Western Kentucky, and we're back in a minute. Bradley with the ball with a lead, 52-40 over Western Kentucky. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
You'll have 24 seconds to make a layup, a free throw, and a 3-point basket in succession. If he makes all 3, he'll win a large Papa John's pizza a month for the next 6 months. Good luck to Chris Filiatro. On your mark, get set, go.
Nah, not much touch.
15 seconds. Yep. 10 seconds remaining. 5, count it down. 3, 2, 1. Good try, Chris Leandro, and our thanks to Papa John's Pizza, the official pizza of Bradley Athletics.
Dave Snow, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Greater Peoria Airport. Coach Stoll and I will be heading out next week for Mississippi, New Orleans actually, and then a drive. This winter, your escape starts at the Greater Peoria Airport. Where in the world do you want to go? Where do you want to fly? Vegas, Orlando, they're wonderful, of course. Call your travel agent or contact Fly Peoria, www.flypia.com. And Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Heritage Bank. Central Illinois, proud to support Bradley basketball and the communities they serve. Heritage Bank professionals gladly give their time and talent to many organizations. 31-19 in the rebounds, coach in a lead of 52-40.
Well, Zach Andrews, Dave, 6 offensive and 2 defensive. He got 8 rebounds himself. But there again, the ratio on the turnovers. They have 5 assists to go with 17 turnovers. And our help defense is very good. Our denial defense is very good. And it's a good, solid defense by 5 players.
4 steals for Tony Bennett out of the 9. Braves are led in scoring by Somerville's 15, and Andrews a new career high 13. And again, Courtney Lee and Winchester have been bottled up. Only 2 points for Lee. Across the timeline is Ruffin. 15-19 to play for the game. Bennett gives to Ruff. They're 1-3-1 again, coach.
They're back in the zone,
Yeah,
trying to match up out of it.
And they tried that trap out of it. Bennett with it, gives to Crouch, drives on the baseline, looks and gives a pass to Lawrence Wright, who got through. He shoots and scores and foul. And a 3-point opportunity for Lawrence Wright, and a chance to match the biggest lead of 15, 54-40 at 15:03. This can't be a whole lot of fun for Darren Horn.
I wouldn't think so, Dave, because we're dominating on the boards, we're dominating on defense. We're shooting fairly well, about 42-43%, but just a total domination on defense.
Foul was on Emerson. Winchester, his 3rd. Free throw, Lawrence Wright is in and out. Rebound, who else? Zach Andrews.
7 offensive, Andrews.
To Crouch, now Ruffin. Give to Lawrence Wright on the baseline. Hangs, fires, and fouled by Walker, or Courtney Lee make it. So there's another team foul. That's 4. At 14:55, another rebound for Zach Andrews.
For the Hilltoppers.
He just had something we haven't had in a long time, and that's a guy that just is an animal on the glass. That's why he was recruited. That's what he can do.
He doesn't force a lot of shots, Dave. His shooting percentage is going to be real good because he takes good shots and he gets them on the rebound.
Crouch, the inbound on the right baseline to Wright, and now Ruffin. Ruff has it against the man-to-man. Shot clock reads 28. Lawrence Wright between the rings. Looks at Andrews, who gets out of the lane. Bennett. Tony looked for a skip and makes to Crouch. Jeremy Howe Wright, get a ball screen from Andrews. Now to Ruffin, beats his man a half a step. Inside out, JC. 4-3, up and missed. Rebound comes long. Winchester. And he's across the timeline on the move. Looks at Lee, that's cut off. The passing lane cut off by Bennett. Lee now has gotten a switch. And Lawrence Wright has it. 14-20 for the game. Lee goes right into the lane. Good help by Zach Andrews, but Lee got the shot down, only a second field goal. 54-42. The Bradley lead is 12. 3 ball is Crouch. Bounce it away, no good. Rebound is taken down by Emerson. Somerville will come into the next dead ball. Here's Winchester Lee. 3 ball left wing. That's good. He's got 5 straight. Here they come again, 54-45. And with it is Ruffin. Gives to Bennett. Now to Ruff. Zach Andrews with it out high. It beats Emerson. Give it back to Ruffin. His 3 ball open left is bounced, no good. Andrews the put back up, missed on the rebound.
Right there on the weak side board again, though.
And here's Courtney Lee with it across the timeline with 13.5. Post pass deep as Emerson. Looks, almost taken away by Andrews, knocked away by Andrews. Emerson gets it back. Cross court pass is taken down, and a 3 ball fired up by Joyner, missed. Rebound taken down by Lawrence Wright. To Ruffin. Gives to Crouch. Give him a bad pass, threw it at his feet. Now Wright. Bennett. To Ruffin. Baseline 10-footer. Bounce it, no good. Rebound, the Braves can't get a shot down. It's really not running their offense real well right now. With it is Courtney Lee with 7 minutes into the second half, and he turned it over. Somerville in, Rogers in, and here comes Campbell in. They'll get better in a hurry. And Sam Singh comes in for Andrews. Bennett is out. Crouch is out. Ray Brown is in. So it's Brown, Singh, Somerville, Ruffin, and Wright. 18 turnovers now for Western Kentucky. Bradley 54, Western Kentucky 45, just under 13 minutes to go. Ruffin with it across the timeline. Delaware State is here on Saturday night. Give to Ray Brown. Now it's Lawrence Wright between the rings. Gives to Ruffin. Now Somerville drives baseline, hangs and fires, gives to Wright in the lane, fakes twice, puts it up, missed it. Forced it. Rebound taken down by Callier, who's in the game. And he comes to the left, all the way down. Nobody stopped him. Lay it up and get it. Jim Less will take timeout.
That's good. Good idea if he did.
And Ruff was coming down the other end, and Jim gets the time. It's a 30-second timeout, but it'll be a 1-minute one, and we'll take a break. Western Kentucky within 7, 54-47, with 12:25 to play. That was a good timeout for Coach Les. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on WMBD Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah, we only made 3 baskets, not shooting the ball. We're forcing some drives. We're not into our offense much. .7 minutes, Dave, is all we got. Oh, that's an old one.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Paradise Hotel Casino. Go to Las Vegas this February for the big game party, courtesy of Paradise. Prime Reward members can earn entries through January 15th with slot and table game play and double entries on Mondays at Paradise. And Bradley basketball brought to you by Rainer Door of Peoria. Rainer Door, built to be worry-free. Call 579-2500. We're stuck on a number again here, Coach.
Yeah, we haven't shot the ball and haven't ran our offense as well, Dave, and they've come down and hit a couple threes on us.
We're 1 of 8. Just 2 points since the 15-28 mark. So that's a good timeout by Coach Les, using his first. Still have 2:30s and a full left. Western Kentucky is still a very good team. They've been dominated by this in this game, but they can score, and they can score with their big guys. Even though they haven't done it with Winchester and Lee. You can see where they could get hot. Lee has now 7 points. And Winchester has 7, so they have 14.
7 o'clock, they take on St. Mary's in the Fieldhouse.
St. Mary's tomorrow night at Robertson Fieldhouse against the Bradley women. Hope you can be there for that one. Here's the inbounds pass knocked away and a steal. Emerson has a layup at the other end. Kaboom! As he throws it down, as they intercepted the inbounds, and it's a 5-point game. With it, Ruffin. So a turnover. Bennett will come in the next dead ball. Here's Somerville with it. They double and jump. He throws a pass in the corner. Ray Brown, his 3 ball is up and missed. Rebound comes long. Campbell has it from Rogers. He's all the way down. His layup is missed. Rebound taken down by Lawrence Wright. Kick it off Ruffin across the timeline. Give a beautiful pass to Somerville, who's fouled.
That's a nice lead pass. Danny knows where to get the ball. Gave a nice lead bounce pass, nice soft pass, and they just forced him to foul.
So the Braves only ahead by 5 now, and we'll have an official time. Somerville will have 2 free throws when we come back in a minute. Bradley 54, Western Kentucky 49. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.
A 9-year-old Colin Hummel from Lewiston. He's wearing the headband. Will challenge 9-year-old Max Havens of Lewiston. Each contestant must put on a Bradley basketball jersey, shorts, and shoes, and make a layup. The first to make the layup will be the winner. On your mark, get set, go.
There's a thriller again. Only people that can like this is their parents.
Congratulations to Max. Good try, Colin. Our thanks to State Farm.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, and Jim Watson back at Carver Arena. 54-49. Western Kentucky's cut the Bradley lead from 15 to 5 here.
Well, they have, Dave. We scored 7 points in 7 minutes. Look at the fouls. We're in the bonus now with about 12 minutes to go. Only 1 foul on Bradley, so we just take care of business. We'll be in good shape.
Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by the Country Insurance and Financial Agents of the game. Tonight they're Roger Holstrom, Brian Osmowski, and Mike Higgins of Peoria.
Our shooting, Dave, we're down to 37% from the field, only 14% from three-point range, and 67% from the free throw line. So it's been our defensive rebounding that built our lead up, and they've made a few shots here in the second half.
And 2 free throws for Somerville. He is 1 of 2 from the line. He has 15 points and 5 boards on the night. Sellis averages 16.4. 1 week from tonight, we'll be in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Game against the Southern Miss team. And we played them 1 time before, and that was in Tokyo, Japan. Somerville to the line, trying to get off 54. He has 2 free throws coming up here. First one is bouncing in. 55-49. 1 more for Sellis. See if the Braves pressure on the make. There's the make. Here's the pressure. They've got Campbell. He's tough to guard. And Ruffin's on him. Left and a right hand dribble across the timeline. Looks for a ball screen. Brings it to the right. That's fought through. Rogers is in the game. Sam Singh takes a charge, but it's going to get called for a block. Second team foul.
He wasn't set. He was moving a little bit, Dave.
First on Sam, then team foul just number 2, so they'll reload the shot clock with 11:37 to play. Bradley 56, Western Kentucky 49. Inbound right baseline to Benson Collier. To Emerson, now Campbell. Here's a travel. As losing the footing that time was Collier, and that's their 19th turnover. They're about ready. They might hit 24 before the night, Coach, is over.
With 11 minutes to go, it's sure possible.
Here's Ruffin. Bradley with a 7-point lead. Ruff across the timeline with 11:27 to go. Gives to Ray Brown. Free throw line extended to the left. Looked to tee one up, didn't. Somerville, there's it. Collier goes to the floor again, and a shot is missed by Somerville.
By Singh.
They're going to call Sam for a foul over the top.
Sam was right there where he should be.
Well, the crowd didn't like that one. Sam just picked up a quick second foul. Jerry Pollard got that call. Here's Andrews in for Ray Brown. 56-49, 7-point game. Collier is sliding all over the place. He looks like he's trying to kill a power play here. 56-49, and here come the Hilltoppers across the timeline, 11:11 to go. Campbell with it, pass out front. Winchester still out of the game. Here's a teed up 3, fired up by Collier, miss. Rebound, kaboom! Is Wilburn, who throws it back down. 56-51. Somerville with it on the left baseline. Give to Ruffin. Now Singh takes the pass, looks down low. Bounce passes to Somerville on the right wing. Now on the left wing, rather. Moves to the right, threw it away. Ruff goes and saves and calls timeout before he fell out of bounds. 10:43 to go. This will be a 30-second timeout. Braves are a little discombobulated here, Coach, offensively.
Yeah, really we are. They're shooting the ball, and they're playing more aggressive this half, and we haven't had as good team effort on offense as we had.
56-51. Bradley had 47 points. We're on a point a minute here in the second half. 10:43 to play. Bradley Braves basketball is brought to you by Avanti's. If you have a son or daughter between 8 and 12, register them to be an honorary ball boy or ball girl at any of the 3 Avanti's locations. Winners will be notified and announced prior to each home game. And the Braves are brought to you by Methodist. Team up with Methodist for outstanding health care. It's centered on you. Methodist is proud to be the official health care provider for Bradley Braves basketball. Well, inbound sideline left, right in front of the Bradley bench. Right in front of Lennox Forrester and Kyle Vogt. Bradley 56, Western Kentucky 51. They've shaved 10 points off the Bradley lead. 10:43 to play. Somerville. Lob to Sam Singh. On the inbounds and a screen for Ruffin. 3 chase him. And he gets a man in the air. Didn't take the shot. Here's Somerville in the lane. Walked. Tom O'Neill calls it. That was the right call. 13th turnover.
They trapped him that time. He went to his left, and someone else picked him up and doubled up.
3 ball right here makes it a 2-point game. And Winchester's still out of the game. With it is Campbell. Looks to come out. Somerville almost got a hold on Collier, who takes it down the lane again and walked again. It wasn't called. There's a ball thrown away. And going to get is Campbell. Gets a ball screen. Instead he goes right all the way down. Drop down
Nice
pass
pass.
inside. Knocked away by Bennett. Loose. Taken away by Zach Andrews. Kick it out on the 20th turnover. Lob at the other end is Sam Sing. Layup good. Good catch.
A nice catch and shot. He was almost too far of the basket. Nice soft hands by
From
Sam.
Bennett. Sing. How did he grab it, Coach? He grabbed it on the fly. Looked like a tight end that time. Falling in a pass.
Well, I thought it'd be too far of the basket to shoot it, but he got it away real quick.
His second field goal. He's got 4 points and gives Bradley a 7-point lead. That was from Ruffin. I think I said Bennett. It was from Ruff. 9:57 to play. And a timeout taken by the Hilltoppers. Down 7. That was a good timeout by Darren Horn there, because things he felt might be slipping away momentum-wise. Winchester is back in the game. It's Winchester, Campbell, Emerson,
Elmore.
Wilborn, and Courtney Lee. Well, they got their people out there. They probably got their best lineup on the floor right now.
Yeah, 3 really helps him. Well, Campbell's played very well.
Winchester will inbound. 33 on the shot clock. The inbound is being denied. Almost a 5. And Somerville nearly knocked the ball away. Jim Les thought he might have dribbled it out of bounds, but it didn't. Campbell with it across the timeline. Here's Courtney Lee, and Somerville's got him. Sellis has 3 fouls. Good jump switch is Sam Sing, who's chasing Lee, and now he gets back. Lee, stutter step dribble, 17-footer, good. Boy, he's a scorer.
Courtney Lee.
58-53, lead is cut to 5. This is kind of like the game I thought it would be. But the Braves had that 15-point lead.
Well, they held the lead at 2 shots the first half. That was a big factor.
Here's a lob Sing. And pass Ruffin. Tried to
Had to be
throw it
up
over
and
the
over,
top.
lobbed it out of bounds.
Bradley's 14th turnover as Ruff tried a lob pass and threw it away. And a 3 ball again will cut it to 2 for the Hilltoppers. Bradley now. Bench has just scored 6 points. Lawrence Wright will come into the next dead ball. Here's a ball almost knocked away by Zach Andrews, or make it Somerville. Here's Lee at the other end, lay it up and get it.
That was too easy.
As he went down the lane, it's a 3-point game with 9:03 to play. Bradley 58, Western Kentucky 55. They've shaved off a dozen. With it is Bennett. Get a ball screen from Zach Andrews. Tony hasn't done much offensively in a while. Here's Somerville with it. He's going to get a ball screen from Sing. Instead, it's Courtney Lee. Pull up 10-footer is in and out. Rebound taken down by Campbell. The rebounds were all red that time. Here's Emerson. Here's Winchester. 3 ball would tie the game. Campbell with it.
They don't screen for Campbell. He's hard to guard, just one-on-one.
Siakim is going to come back into the next dead ball. Here's Lee with it. Going to go right. Gets doubled around 1, around 2. He's bumped by Somerville and made the shot. I think it'll count. And he'll have a chance to tie the game.
That was really a tough shot.
And Lee scores and a chance to tie the game as Somerville picks his 4th foul. And all of a sudden, this one's in deep trouble here.
Lee had 2 free throws a half, Dave. He's got 12 points already in the second half.
So Courtney Lee will come in. Crouch comes in as Sam Sing comes out. I think Sellis will come out with the 4 fouls.
I think we almost have to.
8:22 to play. So it's been a struggle here for the Braves, who made their bones in the first half off the rebounds. And now Courtney Lee could tie it at 58. With 8:22 to play. So Western Kentucky is all the way back from 15 if he makes, and he did. We're tied at 58. 58-58. And here comes Ruffin with it across the timeline. Gives to Bennett. Tony drives the baseline. He's doubled. Winchester stops him. Ruff. Pull-up jumper for 3 is short. Here's rebound, Lawrence Wright, good. There's the offensive board again. He's got 8. 60-58. See if the Braves can get a stop here. Ruffin was short on the jumper, and it was a putback by Lawrence Wright in the lane. With it is Lee. Good jump to help by Zach Andrews, who forces Lee out away. Crossover dribble, beats him a half a step. Winchester on the right wing. Looks and gives to Lee for a 3-ball in the lead. Missed it. Weak side rebound taken down off a couple of hands. Lee's putback is good.
He fouled his shot from the corner.
Tied at 60 with 7:33 to play. We'll have an official time in the next dead ball. Ruffin gives to Bennett on the right wing. Here comes Zach Andrews and now Crouch. A ball fake, doesn't take. Ruffin with it. Ruff looks inside. Right with it. Going to take it to the basket. Jump stop. Lean in shot missed. Rebound put back. And the rebound put up and missed.
I'm going to wave it
They're
off.
going to wave it off on a rebound by Ruffin. And they're going to say that the basket, because Zach Andrews, they're going to call a timeout. He was trying to keep from falling, and they're going to tee up Andrews for hanging on the rim. And
Well, the ball wasn't there when he was on the rim, Dave.
Now they're going to talk about it. Andrews was trying to keep himself from falling, so he was not hanging on the rim for show. And if this is the case,
may turn it around, Dave.
Western Kentucky, we'll see what's going to happen. Ruffin made the shot, but they waved it off, and the reason they waved it off is because the basket was still moving after Zach had let the ball go. And they are going to tee him up. We're going to have an official time first. So the Braves are looking down at a deficit here now. 7:15 to go, and that foul is on Andrews. His second 19 foul. And I thought we were going to have an official time, but Courtney Lee will have a chance to give Western Kentucky their first lead of the night.
He's 86%. He's the best free thrower.
He'll have 2. First one's good. 61-60 Western Kentucky. Jim Les is trying to fire him up here. Andrews hung on the rim. There's no doubt about that, but he was trying to keep himself from falling on somebody. Now here's your official time. Western Kentucky 62, Bradley 60. And the Braves will have it when we come back.
Lee scored 16, Dave, the second half. We've only scored 13 ourselves.
Western Kentucky 62, Bradley 60. Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Basketball on 1470 WMBD.
You know, we didn't give him the ball the first half. He wasn't getting any shots. He had 2 shots first half is all he had. We did real good denial defense. He made some pretty tough shots in traffic. He's driving and made some tough shots.
Well, we're just all out of whack offensively here.
Well, we're shooting the hell away the second half. 3 out of 16, Dave, 18%. And there's 6 out of 9.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. The Braves trail for the first time. They've been outscored 27-13 in the second half. And from the field, they're 2 of 9. Well, let's see, second half 5 of 22, 23%. They're 0 of 6 from 3 in the second half. And, 13 points in 13 minutes. And
they got rebounded in the second half, too, Dave. They rebounded by about 4 in the second half.
Oh, they're trying to see if Somerville, he stays on the bench. He's got the 4 fouls. That on Zach Andrews, by the way, was 2. Braves have 4 team fouls. Bradley will have possession of the basketball. It was a tough break because Ruffin had scored, but the tee was called very late for hanging on the rim. It was not called until after the basket went in. So here's Lawrence Wright to inbound right and try to tie the game, 62-60. The Braves can get another run here. It's been all Western Kentucky. Ball is thrown in the backcourt, and Ruffin goes and gets, and Courtney Lee's on him. And looking gives to Crouch. A ball fake, doesn't take the shot. Now a ball screen for Ruffin by Lawrence Wright. Here's a 3-ball rough. That's missed. Rebound is put back by Zach Andrews.
That's his
He's
ninth
got 15.
offensive rebound, Dave.
62-62 as Andrews gets the putback off the rough and miss like Boogie did before. Here's Campbell with it. Braves see if they can get a stop with screen, and Winchester has. As Bennett fought through the screen. Here's Courtney Lee. Looks to Winchester. Look inside. Sycam with it. Turnaround hooker, good. You got it down a 6-footer. 64-62. Western Kentucky leads by 2 again. Emerson will come in the next dead ball. 6.5 to go. Bennett with it. Tony takes a look. Trying to buy time for Somerville. Passing lanes are cut down, and it's handed to Ruffin from Bennett with 18 on the shot clock. The ball screen, Lawrence Wright. Here's Ruffin, beats his man, drops it down, Crouch, and a block. 1 in bonus coming up here for Ruffin, I believe. That was a very close block charge call, and the Braves got it.
3 on Campbell.
Campbell picked it up, his 3rd.
7 fouls on Western Kentucky.
So it's 1-1 for Ruffin. He'll try to tie the game, and J.J. Twy will come in for Bradley.
Emerson.
Well, I think before it's over with, Coach Jeremy Crouch is going to have to hit a shot. They're just leaving him.
Well, he hasn't hit him, Dave. I think still can go down to the free throw line. I never would have thought it at halftime, but they are not a good free throwing team. They have been here tonight.
Ruffin has 7. He's 1 of 2 of the line, 3 of 8 from the field. He's missed all 4 of his threes, but they've rebounded a couple of them in. Free throw is missed. Rebound Lawrence Wright. Stops reverse layup. Has it blocked. Got it back. Has it blocked again, and he's fouled. So that stops the clock again. Ruffin missed the 1 in bonus. Wright got the rebound and put it back up. And was fouled. Emerson picked that one. Hits 4 on him. They would miss him. He's played pretty well.
Yes, he has.
Lawrence Wright shoots 2.
Now Lawrence Wright will try to tie the game. He has 2 free throws. 64 Western Kentucky. Bradley 62. Braves led by 15. Free throws up and good. 9 points for Lawrence Wright. J.J. Twy is in for Ruffin.
Replaces Ruffin.
With 6:09 to go. Ruff is going to get a first break in a while. Right for 1 more. 64-63. Game is tied. 64-64. He's got 10 points. He got a double figures there.
We're taking off the pressure. May fall back.
Campbell with it.
Sinking man for Bradley.
Bounce passes Courtney Lee. Goes between the legs at the ball screen from Wilburn. The layup is shot is blocked by Lawrence Wright as he blocks Campbell. Bradley tied with the ball. Where's Bennett? Looks inside, skip past Zach Andrews, inside out. There's Jeremy's 3, in and out. Rebound is taken down by Courtney Lee. It was down and coughed back up. Here's Lee with it. Better stop him. Go to the baseline. Inside out. Ball's intercepted by Crouch. To Twy.
Fine defense by Crouch.
Give it to Bennett. His layup is up and good and fouled. And he'll go to the line for a trifecta as Somerville will come in.
And Crouch set that up, Dave. He just stole that, but he tried to pass on the baseline. Clean steal for Crouch.
Crouch comes out. Somerville is in. So Jeremy did make a play as he got a pick. And Bradley the lead again, 66-64. And a chance for a 3-point play for Tony Bennett.
Tony tries a 3-point play.
And Bennett will try to give the Braves a 3-point margin. 66-64. Tony Bennett trying to get to a dozen. In and out. Rebound. Who else? Zach Andrews scores!
They just cannot keep him off the board.
For the hard way.
He got 16.
17 coach for Andrews. Here's Campbell. Penetrating the lane inside out. Bradley's lead is 4 and the crowd is helping now. 5:10 to go. Lee with it. Penetrate, walked. Turned it over. J.J. Twy turned him over. Their 22nd turnover. Timeout with 5:07 to play. Western Kentucky takes a 30-second timeout. Zach Andrews, 17 points and 13 rebounds. He's made every big play when they've needed it, hasn't he, Coach?
He really has. He's followed the ball in, Dave. He's played solid defense all night, and offensive rebounds. You got to be in double numbers in offensive rebounds.
You know, it makes you think how good they're going to be when they get the 7-footer in that can rebound pretty well.
Well, and of course Somerville's a good rebounder too. That's going to be. I don't know how it's not going to be the best rebound on the front line in the league.
5 rebounds for Sellis, 13 for Andrews, and 4 for Bennett. Tony made a big 3-point play. And Lawrence Wright has 8 rebounds as well. 5:07 to play. Marcello Robinson and looking on. Down on the floor, 68-64. Our magic number tonight was 72. The Braves are 4 away. Western Kentucky has the possession arrow. Paul Herzog reminding everybody it's Wright, Ruffin, Andrews, Somerville, and Bennett. The Bradley starters are on the floor. Emerson, Campbell, Lee, Winchester, and Wilburn for Western Kentucky. Bradley with a 4-point lead with 5 to play. Bounce pass is Lawrence Wright. Looks to hand off, gives Somerville. Open. 3-ball left. That's good. Big shot, Sellis.
He's got 20.
71-64. The lead is 7 with 4:45 to play. Courtney Lee drives all the way down. Stops, puts it up, missed it. Rebound is whacked out in front, and Wilburn has it. They get back as Campbell looks to penetrate. Now brings the ball to the left. Lee has out front, now left. Wants to fake left. Bounce pass through it at the feet. Loose ball picked up by Zach Andrews. 23rd turnover, going to 24. 4:20 to go, a 7-point lead. Big possession here. Ruffin with it, drives all the way down, inside out. Bennett, sing to me, Tony! Bounce it away, no good. Rebound is Somerville. Tries to save and does out front. To Ruffin. Bounce past Lawrence Wright. Layup is missed. Andrews, kaboom!
I'll tell you what, Dave.
Kaboom! Another one for Zach Andrews. 73-64. Drive is Campbell. Inside and a whistle and a
Stepped on the baseline.
Stepped on the baseline. 24th turnover. 24, please. 3:49 to go. Bradley 73. Western Kentucky 64. Zach Andrews with a right-handed thundering dunk. He has 14 rebounds and 19 points.
You're not going to see him shoot the ball very much, Dave. He'll go out in the perimeter and screen, but he's just so effective around that basket. He can post up down there, but an offensive rebounder, he hasn't got up here right now.
Back in a minute. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD Peoria, Illinois.
I can't remember when we've had a game like that on offensive rebounds. I can't remember one. How many offensive rebounds for Zach?
We're going to find out here in a second. Eleven. This is an easy one.
Lawrence has got some offensive rebounds second half, too. Here's the difference in those guys, though. One of the differences. He's 9 for 12, 4 for 13, a wild player.
Dave Snell, Joe Stoll, Jim Watson, and Mike Sable back at Carver Arena. 3:49 to play. And Zach Andrews has literally taken over this game. This is akin to the performance that we saw last year by Lawrence Wright against Wichita State. Coach, it's this dominating.
Yep. I think Lawrence at that game, Dave, he was dominated on the board, but he drove quite a few at the basket. Zach's doing all his damage inside. He's cleaning up about every missed shot there is.
19 points, 14 rebounds, 11 offensive.
And 9 out of 12 in the field, and I don't think there's a jump shot in the bunch.
He's blocked 2. He stole 2. 73-64. The magic number tonight was 72. Zach put Bradley over. Now let's see if they can get it done defensively. That was the 4-minute timeout there. And it's right.
Still only 4 fouls on Bradley, and we are in the double bonus now.
Now to Ruffin. Somerville's three was huge. He's got it in the right wing now. Zach Andrews set a ball screen for him. Give it to Lawrence Wright. Now Bennett, 20 on the shot clock. There's Somerville. Drives against Winchester. Gets doubled. Lawrence Wright. Ruffin. Ooh, Bennett was open in the corner. Now
We're
Ruff
running
backs
a little
up.
time off the clock and trying to get a good shot, Dave.
Ball screen Somerville for Ruff, who penetrates. Nice inside pass. Andrews has a shot blocked. Going to get it is Tony Bennett. And it's out of bounds off Winchester. Now, are they going to call this a change of possession because there are 2 seconds on the shot clock? They call it a change of possession or no?
Wilborn, Dave, another ball blocked out of bounds.
All right, so the Braves scored on this at Butler the other day. Somerville will inbound. 2 on the shot clock. Gives to Ruff. Puts it up, and a violation call. He tried to draw the foul. So with 3:11 to go, that's the 15th Bradley turnover. 73-64. Courtney Lee with it. They're not done, Western Kentucky. You know they'll make another run somehow, somewhere. Lee with it between the legs, between the rings, gives to Winchester. And an offensive foul as he threw an elbow inadvertently at Tony Bennett. And Tony is in his grill, as Tony's grill got an elbow and an offensive foul on Winchester. It was inadvertent as he tried to swing his arms and got Tony in the chops.
He's been frustrated by Tony, Dave. He's a good ball player. He's only 2 out of 5 in the field. He hadn't had many touches on the ball.
25 turnovers, Coach.
Yeah.
Here's Ruff with it. 9-point lead, under 3 minutes to go. Bradley 73, Western Kentucky 64. Ruffin bring it out high right to Andrews. Now to Bennett. Free throw line extended left. Bennett fakes left. Gives to Andrews left. Bennett gets it back. Now to Ruffin. Lawrence Wright, 15-14 on the shot clock. Ruffin with it with 13, now 12. Back near the timeline with 10. A ball screen from Somerville. Ruffin gives to Lawrence Wright. On the baseline, hangs, fires, has it blocked. Give it to Somerville. Tipped it off to Ruffin with 3. Now with 2. And a whistle and a push away from play. Was it a foul on Emerson or Lawrence Wright or a violation? Is Tom O'Neill going to make a call? I guess they called a violation again. 2:24, 16 Bradley turnovers. Still 73-64 with 2:22 to go. Lee with it across the timeline. Possession arrow belongs to Western Kentucky. Looks left, gives Winchester. Look out, there's the 3 ball, good.
3-point basket, Winchester.
73-67, it's a 6-point game with 2:06 to play. Ruffin with it across the timeline. Want to run the zipper play here. Bennett with it between the rings. Want to get a good shot. Give it to Somerville. Fall away 13-footers. Rimming no good. Rebound Winchester. Across the timeline, less than 2 minutes, a minute 53 to go. Winchester gives to Collier a ball fake. His pull-up jumper is up and good. And they've run 5 in a row. 73-69. It's a 4-point game with a minute 43 to play. Ruff with it out near the timeline. 27-26 on the shot clock. Want to get to the free throw line this time. Timeout. Bradley, 1:34 to play.
You want to run the clock down, Dave, but we ran down all the way down and didn't get a shot, and then they come down, hit 2 shots as a result of that late.
Winchester a 3 to get into double figures, 10. And then Collier hit 1 as well. 1:34 to play. Bradley has 1 full timeout left, I believe. Is this a 30 or a full? They haven't had it indicated yet. Looks like a 30. Western Kentucky has a full and a 30. Possession arrow belongs to Western Kentucky. One thing to note here. Bradley has only 14 fouls. They can use some if necessary if this thing gets real hairy. Keep that in mind. They have 5 and 6. They have 2 fouls to give.
Well, Western Kentucky is going to come down. If they can shoot any good shot they can get pretty quick, Dave.
Got to get more than 73 here. And trip to the free throw line would be good. And the right person to the free throw line as well. And that's where Zach Andrews, you wonder about Zach here, but he's staying in the game.
Well,
Bradley starters are there.
Offensive rebounder, Dave.
Why would you take him out? I would imagine Jeremy Crouch is probably going to be in the game if they do need to foul before too long. Somerville inbound sideline right, a minute 34 to go. Gives to Ruffin, 23 on the shot clock. Braves don't have to shoot till 1:10 to go in the game, but they need to score here. Ruffin with it between the legs. Gives to Somerville. Sellis going to drive against Wilburn. Almost lost it and did. Threw it away. Courtney Lee on the break at the other end, and there's one of the fouls to give with 1:19 to go. Somerville turned in the lane and then lost control, and as he tried to get the pass away, Courtney Lee picked it. We're stuck on 73 here. See if the Braves can get a stop. Inbound right, Courtney Lee on the baseline. Slaps and looks. The count is 2. The count is 3. There's Winchester. His jumper is bouncing no good. Guess who just got the rebound? Andrews hands to Ruffin. That was a big stop. 1:10, 1:09 to go in the game. One more goal would make it awfully secure here. 1 minute to play in the game at 20 on the shot clock. Ruffin against Lee. Ruff hands to Bennett. Tony out near the timeline. 54 seconds to the game, 13, now 12 on the shot clock. Ball screen Somerville for Ruffin. 8-7-6, Ruff all the way down, flip it up, a bad shot, missed it. Give to Courtney Lee with 43 seconds to go. Behind the back he goes. 30 seconds to go. With it, Collier, a ball screen, a ball fake. Take it to the right, there's Winchester. Got to get in his grill. He drives, penetrate and kick for a 3-ball up and short. He follows his own shot in the lane. Zach Andrews fouled him. I think on the shot. 2 shots.
3 on Andrews.
Andrews' third foul. 6th team foul, but it'll be a shooting foul with 27.7 to go. And it'll be free throw time for 22, Benson Collier. He was 5 of 10 at the line coming in. He has not shot one tonight.
He hadn't got much out of the last 3 possessions, Dave. Time expired on one. We didn't have anything there.
Campbell's coming in on the next dead ball. Free throw missed. Brick. Now you got a rebound dismissed.
He's 50% on the season.
Almost prefer he make this. They'd make it a 3-point game, but they wouldn't get the rebound because his free throws are shot with such force. It's not going to be a natural rebound. Crouch will come in if he makes it. Second free throw. Good. Here comes Crouch. 73-70. Bradley's lead was 7 most recently, and now it's 3 with 27.7 to go. Crouch will inbound with Wright, Ruffin, Somerville, and Bennett. 27.7. The possession arrow belongs to Western Kentucky.
We're in a double bonus. They are in a bonus now.
Inbounds play. Pass is made to Bennett, who comes back and gets and finds at the other end Somerville, who's fouled. A breakaway foul. It's 2 in the ball. As Steve Shaw goes flying with his camera, but fear not, folks at 25. He held on. That $70,000 Ikegami was not going to get away from him. 2 in the ball for Somerville. With 22.2 to go, great recognition by Tony Bennett, who found Somerville at the other end for a rim runner. He caught it, he went up, and was tomahawked from behind by Collier.
Second foul on Collier.
And timeout going to be taken by Western Kentucky.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
They have 1 full left. Bradley has 1 full left. Crouch inbounded. Coming back was Bennett. And he found Somerville at the other end, who was there with Ruffin. It looked like he was going to go up to dunk it, and that's when Collier got him with the intentional foul. So this will be 2 in the ball.
Dave, we just haven't shot the ball very well at all. Lawrence Wright has had some rebounds. Zach Andrews got 5 baskets in the second half, and they've all been within 5 feet of the basket. We just have not shot the ball very well. And to their credit, they have come back and they made some shots.
22.2. Again, the possession arrow belongs to Western Kentucky. Somerville has 20. And he'll have a chance to get 2 more here.
And practically all our shots in the second half, Dave, been rebound baskets. The only outside shot that I recall was made was a big 3 by Somerville.
They'll bring him up, watch. You don't have to go down. They'll bring him up. Providing the Braves hold on to win here. Somerville is all alone at the free throw line to try to make two. The Braves trying to go to 4 and 2. Led this game the entire way until the second half, and Western Kentucky moved ahead, and credit to Bradley, they came right back and got it. Somerville is 3 of 4 from the line. He's all alone, and his free throw is good. 2-possession game now. Bradley will get possession, so they're likely going to shoot another free throw here in a minute if they can negotiate the inbounds. Second free throw is good. 22 for Somerville. 22.2 to go. Bradley 75, Western Kentucky 70. The Braves are favored by 5 in this game. Crouch will inbound on the right baseline. Jerry Pollard hands the ball to Crouch. Looks at Somerville for a layup, doesn't see him. Count is 3. Lob passes Lawrence Wright, and he throws it away. Into Emerson. Across the timeline, ball knocked away by Lawrence Wright. To Ruffin with 14, now 13. 12, and Ruff is fouled with 12 seconds to go. Lawrence Wright makes a big steal from behind, Coach, on a double with Ruff. After he threw it away, he got it back. Isn't that the story with Boogie? Sometimes he'll make a bad play and turn right around and make a great play.
2 shots now for Daniel.
Ruffin is 1 of 3 from the line, 75 to 70. If he makes both of them, it's a 3-possession game. And you can just about mail this home to mama. Free throw, Ruff. Got it in. 8 points for Ruffin. Andrews in. Crouch out. And Wilburn comes out. Rogers is in. 76-70. Bradley by 6. 7. 77-70 with 12 seconds to go. Courtney Leone inbounds with 10, across the timeline with 9. Long range 3 with 8. Banks it in. The bank was open, and he banked it in from about 27, 28 feet. 77-73.
What a different player he's been in the second half, Dave.
19 points total. He banked that one in from straight away 27.
2 free throws the first half, 17 the second.
And so the Braves will have an inbound situation here and probably shoot free throws again. Courtney Lee just took that one himself and teed it up not too far from the B. That might have been closer to 30 feet banked in. So still a 2-possession game with 7.3. Now you got to make sure you get the ball in. What about the baseball pass, Coach? If they pressure too much down court, you can break somebody free.
That's right. It's always an option.
Bradley and Delaware State on Saturday night. Braves most likely will be 4 and 2. The Hilltoppers will drop to 5 and 3. Hard-fought game, even with a 15-point lead. They got a lot of weapons, but to credit them defensively, they played a little bit better defense in the second half, and the Braves just couldn't.
Well, they shot the ball better, Dave. Our defense was very good the first half, and we got beat some here in the second half, but. Outstanding defense the first half, but not near as good the second half. And here again, we'd be interested to see what we shot for the second half, because almost everything was layups.
77-73. Crouch, Somerville, Ruffin, Wright, and Tony Bennett. And Crouch will inbound. He can run the baseline. He's on the right side as he'll inbound. 7.3 to go.
We might throw baseball, Dave, the way they're guarding us.
It'll be inbound and a foul, probably. There's Ruffin fouled by Campbell with 6.4. So Ruff will go to the line. It's been a 3 of 5 night for Ruffin. Campbell picked up the foul. So Ruffin will try to get into double figures. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll try to become the 5th Bradley player in double figures. Second half, the Braves are 10 of 36 from the field.
Man, and then how many of those were offensive rebounds?
Free throw, Ruffin is rimming off.
J.J. Twy replaces Crouch, Jones, and Jointer.
J.J. Twy in for Crouch. One more for Ruffin, trying to give Bradley a 5-point lead with 6.4 to go. Second free throw is good. 78-73. Courtney Lee with it, the backcourt with 4. Now with 3, pulls up a long-range 3. It's good with a half second to go. 78-76. Somerville is fouled, and the game is over. A win is a win is a win. 78-76. They survive Courtney Lee's second half onslaught, and the Braves win it by 2, just enough.
David Booth's going to have something to say. I'm sure when he goes back and makes the report, the kid did nothing in the first half and just tore us up the second half. They shot the ball well. They come out and played aggressively, Dave. We just totally dominated them on defense and on the boards in the first half. And they came back and played real well. And we did not shoot the ball well at all in the second half.
78-76. The Braves hold on and win it. Courtney Lee had 6 points in about 10 seconds there. And he banked one in, and the second one had to have been 28, 29 feet as well. Long-range jumpers, no cars, no wins, but he did score 22 points. So did Somerville for the Braves. These are 24 points. As they didn't put the other two up. Watson's got it. And that'll do it. Bradley goes to 4-2 and will play against Delaware State on Saturday night. Entertaining game, we knew it would be. And the Braves win it by 2. 76 points, 2 short. I'm glad we didn't go another minute, aren't you?
The way they were shooting the ball late, Dave, and those were tough shots. Those were some of the toughest shots they had all night.
Courtney Lee wound up being 8 of 13 from the field, 5 of 5 from the line, and 3 of 4 from 3. He was tough.
He got 2 shots. The first half was all he got was 2 shots, Dave.
Zach Andrews, 19 points and 15 rebounds. That's a night's work. Back coming up with our postgame show, the Central Illinois Bank postgame show, community banking the way it used to be, with 3 Peoria area locations to serve you. We'll probably talk to Zach Andrews. We'll talk to Jim Less. The Braves win it 78-76. You're listening to Bradley Braves basketball on 1470 WMBD.